Dragons are on the road, ready to take on their foes in Chanute. The Blue Comets here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7. And a merry welcome once again to Chanute High School alongside Avi Sharma with Shelby White back at our KSHQ studio. I'm Cam Molina. Last time out for Chris Krotz's girl Purple Dragon basketball team, this club took on a very talented Class 1 team from Missouri in Walnut Grove. The Purple Dragons faltered in that contest, stumbling 72-43, but Avi, we saw some brilliance from the freshman and Madden Petty, who earned her first career varsity start as she was able to notch 11 points.
Yeah, and not even 10 seconds into the game, Cameron Petty got the first points of the whole matchup, so good job by the freshman. But Cameron, the past two games, we have seen nothing but progress from this Purple Dragons girls team. They're doing very well on cleaning things up, and they're playing better and better every single day. And Cameron, I think this could be the night that Coach Krotz and company get their first win of the season.
And you allude to that first one on the year. Well, how about Dustin Fox and this Blue Comets girls team? They're 0-5 to start the year as well, but much like Pittsburgh, they've been challenged against league foes in Labette County, in addition Fort Scott, but also played Rose Hill. So both of these teams very similar, almost parallels to one another, but regardless, one team will come away with their first victory of the season tonight. And we will be joined by Chanute Blue Comet girls basketball coach Dustin Fox in just 2 minutes. You're listening to Home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
It's that time of year, Christmas shopping. Stop by Jocksnitch to get your Christmas list checked off. All new Adidas and Nike arrivals that look so cozy for men and women. Jocksnitch Sporting Goods has new Brooks and Adidas tennis shoes arriving daily. 'Tis the season for leggings and half-zips. Many brands and schools to offer to get your list done. Jocksnitch Sporting Goods in downtown Pittsburgh and Parsons has everything you need to shrink that Christmas list.
You got the sports book of the day. Sporting goods from Jocksnitch.
Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
Now accepting new clients. At the Pet Care and Surgery Center, Dr. James Clark believes all of our pets deserve kind, humane, and loving treatment. From a simple checkup or rabies vaccination to performing major surgery. Plus, Dr. Clark has boarding, grooming, nutrition, and wellness checkups. Dr. James Clark can provide that loving member of your family with the treatment they deserve. Call 620-308-6454 to set up an appointment or simply visit petcarecenter.org. Pet Care and Surgery, making a difference.
Bittner Motors is proud to announce that it is now Pittsburgh's new dealer for the Hustler line of zero-turn lawnmowers. Hustler has manufactured its trademark yellow mower for over 50 years, with each mower being built right here in the U.S. Hustler combines the innovative American spirit with a do-it-right work ethic to produce the best line of zero-turn mowers on the market. Call Mike Bittner at 620-232-1530 or stop by today at 1018 North Broadway in Pittsburgh to check out the Hustler line of zero-turn mowers. Hustler Mowers, made in America at Bittner Motors, Pittsburgh.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
Hello and welcome back to your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7. Cam Molina, joined by Chanute girls basketball coach Dustin Fox. Coach, club starting off slow this season, but that's okay. You have a relatively young group of girls on your team. Can you touch on the resiliency, their attitude in practice, and how much of a joy it's been to watch your players grow over the first couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, they're a hardworking group, and you know, we're a little undersized this year, and we're still trying to kind of figure out things on how to deal with that. But just really proud of our effort, and you know, we're getting better, and that's the key. You know, it's all about the process, and if we keep taking care of focusing on getting a little bit better every single day, at the end of the year, the results will take care of themselves.
Coach, and through those first 5 games of the season, you played some very talented clubs, high-caliber teams. You also talked about playing Rose Hill prior to the interview. Can you discuss how playing these teams with some great talent, even with classification above you, how that's helping your team grow?
Yeah, I mean, we played, you know, several state-ranked teams already, and when you play that caliber of competition early on, it really lets you know where you're at. Sometimes if you play some easier teams early on, you might think you're good at some things because you can get away with it. And against a better competition, you can't get away with it. So it's really opened our eyes early to where our weaknesses are, and hopefully that will serve us well as the year continues to go on.
Coach, when you talk about the weaknesses, some of the deficiencies lie in the front court with your team's size, but you've seen your girls be able to work around that. Can you touch on what they've done themselves, not only in practice but in game, to adjust to that?
Well, I think the biggest thing is you don't have to be big to play big, and that's something that we're trying to instill in them, and just that toughness. We want to be physical, we want to box out, and we're not going to go jump over anybody and probably grab rebounds, but we can box out every time. That's something we can control. When we drive it into the paint, being patient and making sure that we go up strong and trying to get shoulder into them and create the contact ourselves as opposed to shying away from it. That's something we're still working on. And then the other thing is not trying to fight the fact that we're small, and if we get into the paint and we have a bunch of giants around us, we got to be willing to kick that out and shoot outside shots.
Currently talking with Chanute girls basketball coach Dustin Fox. Coach, and with the offensive approach that you bring, one focal point has been the consistency. That's what you've been preaching to your girls in practice as of late. You mentioned to me your team has not shot over 30% in a contest this year as a unit. Can you touch on the difficulties there and also how your girls have tried to adjust and make sure that that has not been the case?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, honestly, is just finishing inside. If we just get a normal percentage of those to go down, our shooting percentage is going to jump significantly. We're actually shooting better from three than we are from in the paint, and the shots we're taking in the paint aren't incredibly difficult. So it's just a matter of slowing down and focusing on finishing. And like I said, that's still a kind of a work in progress, but we'll get there. I saw us this summer. I know how well we shot it this summer, and I think once they kind of slow down here a little bit and get those nerves out from these opening varsity games, that our shooting percentage will look a lot better.
Coach, you talk about you being able to see a lot of your girls over the summer and early see them some and be able to watch them mature and grow, but with that also comes how they have played into the culture of Chanute, especially Chanute High School with the Blue Comet name behind them. Can you touch on the culture of the school as a whole and then also how it's treated you over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think that we're really trending in the right direction as far as our culture, from the school as a whole. I mean, just the whole idea of gratitude and, trying to make each other better. And that's something that the whole school's really embraced. Losing Carly Almond a few years ago and her challenge, the Carly Challenge, is something that the kids have really, taken on. And so that's been cool to see. And it's really cool that the basketball team has led the way in that in a lot of ways. And so definitely blessed to be here at Chanute High School, definitely blessed to be able to coach the girls here at Chanute High School. And, they make it a lot of fun.
Coach, lastly, what do you see against this upcoming Pittsburg High School team at home?
They get out and they really like to pressure you in man-to-man defense. They have some big girls inside who, if we don't do a good job of boxing them out and do a good job of keeping them from getting the ball, they're going to hurt us. Their guard play is improving, and so we're going to have to really play a lot better than we did against Labette County. That's for sure. If we're going to have a chance to compete with them.
Special thanks to Chanute girls basketball coach Dustin Fox. We'll be back with your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7, in just a moment.
It's a feeling you get the moment you step on campus.
It's the knowledge that you've become part of something more.
We're a family of crimson and gold.
Every day we challenge ourselves to achieve more.
The reason why we're here is to make a difference.
Everybody wants to stand out.
Without standing apart.
You belong
at Pittsburg State University.
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, with locations in Pittsburg, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
The time and cost of an ER visit. Located at the corner of Centennial and Broadway in the Meadowbrook Commons. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. SEK Urgent Care, where your family and time matter. Find us fast on names and numbers.
Let's go back live courtside.
It's a Southeast Kansas League showdown as the Pittsburg High Purple Dragons are set to take on the hometown Chanute Blue Comets. Good evening, everybody. If you are just joining us on the dial at ESPN 100.7 or our web stream at ESPN100.7.com alongside Avi Sharma with Shelby White back at our KSHQ studio, I'm Cam Molina. Avi, I think you mentioned it perfectly during the intro to our pregame, and it was that we've seen so much improvement from this Pittsburg High School girls team. First-year head coaching Chris Krotz. You lose several key contributors from last year, including Miss Muff, but then you come back, you have a great freshman in Madden Petty who's averaging 12 points a game and leading the team, able to stretch the floor, able to attack inside, and she's instilled a confidence in Coach Krotz and also has provided some offensive certainty on the floor.
Well, it's the spark plug that the Purple Dragons were looking for to turn things around. Cameron, I can't preach enough about the improvement we even saw against a very, very talented team at Webb City, that tournament that we were able to watch these girls play at. You know, they played a team that basically had every position filled for potential talent for college careers, and they did a good job against them. It's just that obviously the pressure got to them. Now, if that's the case again, Pittsburgh's going to have to overcome that. Riley Johnson, we talked about how she played against Parsons. She did great. And in that game, she struggled and went back to the woes that she had. If she's going to be in the starting lineup again tonight, we'll see if she can prove what she can do. And then Petty is going to get her second career start. Now, you can say it went as a good start for the first time, but you want to win as a starter, Cameron.
There are several other players contributing to this roster outside of Madden Petty, and we will not fail to mention them, as Abby Casper, the senior, has done a stellar job. She had 17 points versus Walnut Grove last time out. And then the front court for this team, and Caitlin Kidd and Caden Matlock, did a stellar job as well. We will come back with the starting rotations in 2 minutes after the national anthem. You're listening to Home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
Advanced technology, comprehensive quality care. That's Kanar Eye Care. We have the newest technology, but we never lose sight of what's most important, our patients. Eye care has changed dramatically in recent years, and we've been there for you every step of the way. At Kanar Eye Care, patients spend time with doctors. Total eye care, from contact lenses, including bifocal contacts, treatment of disease, and surgical co-management. Kanar Eye Care, the clear choice.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Are you tired of all those confusing checking account options? The Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union makes your choice simple. We only have one option. Our checking account has no monthly fees, and if you maintain a $2,000 minimum balance, we pay you interest. Get the Credit Union Advantage at 416 North Broadway or call 620-231-5719 for more information. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA up to $250,000.
If you are injured in an accident or on the job, it is vitally important that you hire the right attorney. Before choosing an attorney, you should make sure they have the resources to fight large corporations or insurance companies. Your attorney should have extensive trial court experience and a track record of success. The Spigarelli Law Firm, with offices in Pittsburg and Coffeyville, has the experience, resources, and reputation to provide the quality representation your claim deserves. Fred Spigarelli has received the top rating from his peers with the Martindale-Hubbell Independent Rating System. His firm has the resources to hire the experts and physicians needed to properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
And we are mere minutes away from the opening tip-off between the Pittsburg High School girls basketball team and the Chanute Blue Comets girls basketball team. Avi Sharma, Shelby White back in our studio. Cam Bellina with you. Let's meet the starting lineups for tonight. Starting with Chris Krotz's Purple Dragons. Riley Johnson, the sophomore guard, leads off with Caden Matlock, Caitlin Kidd, Abby Casper, and Madden Petty. As for the Blue Comets, it will be Corey Babcock, Tori Busey, Ashlyn Smoot, Shayla Bogle, and Molly Rollins.
Cameron, I think this is going to be a big game for Matlock and Kidd. The size differentials are a bit of a problem, I think it's going to be for this Blue Comet team. But you heard it from Coach Fox himself. These girls are getting better as well. He said if we want to compete in this game, we're going to have to box out. And the two toughest girls to box out on that floor are Matlock and Kidd. I'm drawing a blank there.
As Kidd will win the tip against Busey, the Purple Dragons offense going from left to right on your dial. Casper is immediately greeted by a half-court trap. Laying off is Busey. Petty has it left wing extended before picking up her dribble and then walking with it. A travel early on by the freshman. 7:51 remaining in the first quarter of action. The Blue Comets going right to left on your dial, decked out in their home uniforms with sky blue lettering and numerals. Crossing over from left to right, attacking is Bogle. Bogle kicks the ball out right wing, picking up her dribble inside the key on the right elbow, and being fouled is Rollins.
And we saw Bogle in this matchup last year against the Purple Dragons. She was only a sophomore, and she's 5 foot tall, Cameron, but she's got a lot of energy in her, and she made quite a bit of baskets in both of those matchups.
Casper's first teams. First is Rolland will wheel at the apex of the key, dashing towards the far side of the lane, wrapping around as Babcock before she's able to find Busey, who goes with the bounce pass to the near side block, going straight up. I believe was Thompson who's actually starting tonight. I beg your pardon. It's Madison Thompson instead of Ashlyn Smoot. She went up and tried to draw the foul. Before losing it out of bounds, it is Purple Dragons basketball. For the Dragons, on the left block, Kidd turns, whiffs on the shot. Galloping in transition is Busey. Busey picks up her dribble right block before the ball is circled around the top of the key. From the break, shooting the three and airballing it is Bogle. That one goes out of bounds. So early on, good looks for the Blue Comets. It just seems that their shots are a bit rushed. This Blue Comet team, according to Coach Fox, has not shot over 30% in a game this season. So there have been struggles shooting from the field. Casper will go with the bounce pass to the far side wing where Riley Johnson looks for a cutting Kidd. Kidd, larceny in progress, is scooping inside as Thompson able to pick the ball away. Skip pass to Busey from Babcock to the left block as she ushers up a shot before missing, but the ball's tracked down by Babcock for the offensive rebound. Was being relentless with tracking down the board, picking up her dribble, but trying to coordinate an offensive sequence is Bogle before kicking the ball out to the far corner. The trifecta goes up by Thompson, but it is short. Rebound by Casper. Casper gallops in transition as she stampedes to the lane. She goes with an in and out move in front of Bogle, draws the foul on the right block.
About a minute and 40 without a basket so far, and the senior leader in Abby Casper will now attempt the first free throws of the game.
6:20 left in the first quarter of play. 0-0. First opportunity for Casper is no good as it will bounce off the back iron, smooch off the window, and fall incomplete. Kidd will interchange with Johnson, and Kidd goes to midcourt, standing on the Comic Sans script of the Comets at midcourt. Second shot by Casper goes, who had 17 against Walnut Grove. Inbound towards the far baseline, which is dark blue, by Boosie. Boosie will find Babcock before returning it right back to Boosie, but then a skip pass right back to Babcock, near side block, and is fouled on the floor. Second team foul by the Dragons. And that is the first on Kidd. So the seniors each with one, and Casper and Kidd inbounding for the right side of the goal towards the near baseline is Thompson. Thompson will find Boosie as she will attack inside the horseshoe. Right corner three is up and down. A good looking shot from Bogle. And a timeout. Potentially, no, there is a whistle blown, and it's just the net that had flopped straight up. A beautiful shot in the near side corner by Bogle. 3-1 is the score. Purple Dragons trail by 2. 2 minutes into this contest. Matlock felt pressure to the backcourt, so will find Petty, left wing extended. A skip pass goes inside of the horseshoe to Riley Johnson before she's able to locate a curling Kidd, and then Kidd hoists it up with the right hand hook shot. That one falls. We're all knotted up at 3. Crossover from left to right inside of the circles by Bogle. Bogle will kick it out far side corner to Rollins before Rollins will find Bogle again. Bogle snakes inside. So Bogle already with 5 points in this contest, and it's back to a 2-point lead for the Blue Comets. 5:30 left in the first. Johnson, left wing, about 4 steps away from the peak of the arc. Skip pass right short corner. Petty jabs left, ball cocked above her head. Skip pass to Johnson, left short corner. She'll go with the Euro step inside the lane, tosses the ball up with the right hand, and draws the foul on the way to the rim. Foul on Rollins. Second team foul committed by the Blue Comets.
Haven't seen anything too special or fancy yet. The Purple Dragons have not been pressured, just a half court by the Blue Comets. But I tell you, as the first one goes in for Riley Johnson, Bogle's looking pretty good for the Blue Comets, Cameron.
Well, Ashlyn Smoot will sub in for the Blue Comets. Johnson, after missing her first offering, pumps her legs back and forth, takes 2 dribbles with the leather. Second opportunity is good. She actually went 2 and 2, I beg your pardon.
You had me confused there.
Yeah, so 5 points each for the squads on the hardwood. Also subbing in for the Blue Comets is Sabri Trout. Past the timeline, but slowing down the pace is Bogle. Bogle will go far side block to the posting up Smoot before relocating it near side wing where Smoot is at. Hop step from inside on the left elbow, moving without the sphere is Bogle before the ball is relocated far side corner. Skip pass by Smoot over to Bogle. Bogle was unable to reel it in. It goes out of bounds. I'm not even sure Odell Beckham Jr. could have wrinkled that one in.
You'd be surprised.
Casper at midcourt will step on the Comets logo at midcourt. Right hand bounce pass to Sophia Penamani, who's checked in for the Purple Dragons. Petty asking for the basketball as she slides from the left wing all the way to the left block where Matlock's at, and then Sophia Penamani tried to go with a skip. It's broken up. Strong right hand dribble by Bogle. Past the timeline, hoists up a shot, that was Smoot. Smoot's unable to convert. Smoot misses her first shot of the night as Casper awaits the double team at the apex of the arc, and there's a whistle away from the basketball, and it was Sophia Penamani who traveled. Coach Krotz talking with the official, asking was it a back toe drag, and I think that is the confirmation. Boosie will sub out. Coming in for the first time tonight will be Taylor Thompson, the guard for the Blue Comets. Thompson wants the sphere, inbounding as Smoot. Smoot continues to scan from the right corner of the far side baseline. Kidd is able to come away with the steal. She percolates inside the lane and is walloped on the right shoulder, going straight up with the left hand. Unable to convert, but she'll head to the free throw line. 5 apiece, 4:13 remaining in the first quarter of action. The Purple Dragons, Blue Comets combined 0-9 this season. One team will earn their first victory of the year tonight. Kidd takes 2 strong dribbles. She pounds the sphere to the hardwood. The free throw falls short. 5th and 6th free throw tonight for the Purple Dragons already, and we are nearing the midway point of the first quarter of action. Kidd, her second offering is good. A fortuitous Purple Dragon hop. 6-5 Dragons leading by 1. Interchanging the basketball midcourt was Thompson to Trout. Trout works far side of the wing before the ball is pitched over right wing. Up fake by Rollins, who checked back in, and she traveled. And Rollins tap danced inside the circle instead of just leaning down into her opponent and trying to go straight up and draw contact. Casper will stand on the giant blue C at midcourt before crossing it as Sophia Pinamani attacks inside the horseshoe right side, skip past Petty. Petty trying to shirk off one defender. She leans in, left hand flip does not go. Ball is rebounded and tossed up by Smoot, and there's a foul on the way to the basket, and it's a charge. Casper, the senior, standing strong in the post and taking a big hit. And a substitution for Blue Comets as Babcock will sub in, Rollins will sub out, and the foul was on Rollins, so her second. 3:45 left in the first. Casper beelines to Matlock, who was not across the timeline, but then she swiftly moves it left wing to Petty, who is about 2 steps away from the top of the horseshoe. Pinamani skip pass inside the left side of the horseshoe. Matlock left short corner, and that was a beautiful deuce. And Matlock, zero hesitation, and Coach Chris Krotz against the Parsons Vikings this last Friday implemented this exact same scheme where it will be a player going to the corner before locating the ball to the far side wing, and then inside on the opposite end of the floor, near side block. Smoot goes straight up through contact, finishes +1.
Let's see who they're going to call that one on. I believe it was on Kidd. And some subs coming in. Riley Johnson, Zoe Pinamani.
So Petty will sub out, Kidd will sub out, as Kidd has 2, as you mentioned before, Avi. 8-7 is the score. Dragons still up 1, but a chance to tie here with the Smoot free throw. Her white Nikes with black swishes. Standing in front of the bar, spins the leather in front of her, flicks up, takes a hop off the lip of the iron, then spins off the heel and plops through. Smoot with a good and 1 finish to tie it up at 8 apiece. 3 minutes left in the first, and an awkward wraparound attempt by Matlock to find Sophia Pinamani, I believe, Zoe Pinamani, excuse me, on the far side, or excuse me, near side block, and it was poked out of bounds. Box set for the Purple Dragons, cross screen set. Johnson goes left corner. Casper has it, left elbow extended. Casper loses it. Johnson able to cover the basketball, dribbling with her dominant right hand before scooping the pass right back to Casper. She's double teamed. Great thread bounce pass by Casper to Johnson. Ball poked up in the air. Ball still loose. Johnson hits the deck. It is recovered, brought in by Trout. Following the harpooning of the basketball, she's able to find Babcock, who beelines it over left wing. 3 is short, so a frozen rope pass from Babcock to the 3-point shooting shot from her teammate does not go. Rachel Jackett also on the floor for the Blue Comets, and it's a full court press shown by Chanute, but Coach Krotz is going to use a timeout in order to regroup his girls and instill some wisdom in them and how to shatter this full court press. Score 8-8, 2:37 left in the first quarter of play. An SEK contest that will be a fun one to watch, so don't go anywhere. This is your home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters, back in 30 seconds.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
8 all. Purple Dragons and Blue Comets tied up. Casper gets it in the front court about 2 steps away from the top of the circle. Sophia Pinamani uncorks a trifecta. The unsheathed 3 does not go, but Matlock on the weak side comes up with the board and is fouled on her way up.
Cameron, I think that was a good timeout called by Coach Krotz. His girls are slumping a little bit, a little sluggish so far in this game. That's a good timeout to not only talk about the press breakers, but to get the girls back into their rhythm.
First free throw from Matlock. Saucers in and out. 2:22 left in the first quarter of play, and it was a good and 1 by Ashlyn Smoot On the Blue Comet side of things, and immediately after that, Avi, you alluded to the full court press about to be pressed onto by the Purple Dragons, and Coach Krotz wanting to make sure his girls knew exactly what to do.
And Saturday, that Webb City tournament, Coach Krotz had to use 3 timeouts to try to break that press.
Bound by, I think, Sophia Pinamani. Her glasses were knocked off. Yes, that is Sophia Pinamani. Results in a hold by the Chanute Blue Comets. So Petty is able to score and give her team a 3-point edge once again. Pressure from behind. Sophia Pinamani, left wing to Petty, and Petty's able to sink the trifecta. And a timeout used on the floor, and I think it was an official timeout. And again, the net flopping through the top of the rim.
Unforeseen financial hardship. Call Steve Stockert at Wilbert & Towner, 620-231-5620 for a consultation to find out if bankruptcy is the right choice for you and your family. Call today. Wilbert & Towner, a full-service law firm, 620-231-5620. We are a debt relief agency, helping people find the relief they need in bankruptcy.
Let's go back live courtside.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. Purple Dragons on the road, leading 16-10, 38 seconds left in the first. A pull-up deuce by Boosie. Right elbow does not fall. Ball still loose. Zoe Pinamani tangled up with Boosie as she tracked down her own shot, in addition Thompson. 16-10 is the score. Petty with 5 points in this first quarter for the Purple Dragons. She has been aided by Matlock and Kidd and Casper, who have combined for 9. Boosie will sub out. Inbound to the left side of the goal, in which Bogle will scan from the free throw line. 2-pointer goes up and in. Thompson, a strong-looking jumper. 16-12 is the score. Purple Dragons lead by 4. Matlock finds Petty, and the Purple Dragons have had 0 issues against this full-court press. And then Casper wipes out as she slides into first toward the near side of the court, the right side, as she was bumped into by Jacket. That will be Jacket's first. And with that, the Purple Dragons are in the bonus. And that is 2 on Jacket. 19 ticks left in the first. Sophia Pinamani will sub out. Riley Johnson is back in the contest. Zoe Pinamani with Matlock, Petty, and Casper. Casper's 1-and-1 opportunity goes. She is 2 of 3 from the stripe, preparing to shoot her 4th attempt in the contest. The Dragons currently are 6-9 for the stripe and a chance to go 7-10 in the first quarter. Casper will set near her right knee and then flick straight up. That one's good. As it clings in and pings around the left and right side of the orange. Bogle orchestrating the offense with her left hand and crosses over. So she controls the ball with her left hand, orchestrating the offense with her right. Bogle picks up the dribble and she travels. She tried to hand off to a curling Babcock, but then she waltzed with it.
That's going to leave 7.7 on the clock for the Purple Dragons to get the last shot.
And it's about execution. You do not necessarily need a 3 in this spot. You can do whatever you want to. Casper, Matlock, ball poked up into the air, swatted away by Taylor Thompson.
Dodged a bullet there. Now 3.8 on the clock.
Near side out in front of the Chanute bench. It will be Johnson set to inbound. Smoot will sub in. Subbing out for the Blue Comets will be Bogle. Johnson slaps a leather in between her hand. Petty wide open in the right corner. Johnson needs to get it in. Casper fights for it. As she tussles it away from the defender, she hoists up a 3-point jump shot, and the catapulted trifecta was online but short. So after 1 quarter of play, it is 18-12. The Purple Dragons lead it, and they seek their first victory of the year. Something will give between these two clubs, who combined are 0-9. We'll bring you back with a second frame of action here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
Hi, I'm Kendall Gammon. You may know me as a Kansas City Chief, but I'm also a proud graduate of Pittsburg State University. Pittsburg State offers more than 200 degree programs, small class sizes, and tuition so affordable, it earned Pittsburg State a top 10 ranking on Washington Monthly's Collegiate Best Bang for Your Buck list. But don't take my word for it. Visit Pittsburg State and see why there's nothing like being a gorilla. Learn more at pittstate.edu/beagorilla.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
It was a group effort for the Purple Dragons in the first quarter of action. Combined, they were able to score 18 points, and there were 6 players who were able to notch their name into the scorer's book. 18-12, And the Dragons, who are 0-4 on the season, seeking their first victory of the year against a pesky Chanute Blue Comet squad. Abhi Sharma, Shelby White back at our KSHU studio. Cam Molina with you. Dragons following a loss to Walnut Grove, the Independence Bulldogs, and in addition, the Parsons Vikings last weekend, which was a hectic 3-game week for Chris Krotz's group, have now recovered, taken a couple days off, and are trying to get down to business as Zoe Pinamani, towards the far side of the court, slithers inside of the key, and the ball is swatted away. In transition, Babcock thought about quick trigger threeing it from the left wing, but instead settles for a good bounce pass to Michaela Schonifer, who polishes it with the right hand on the right side of the goal. 18-14 to score. Blue Comets down 4, 7:30 left in the half. Casper awaits the double team. Babcock flails her left leg out, trying to kick the ball away. Petty isolated on the left wing. She's one-on-one against Boosie, but then a timeout is used by Coach Krotz. Again, a 4-point lead for the Dragons. 18-14, 7:20 remaining in this first half of play, and we will keep it here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7 in Chanute, Kansas. And Avi, I discussed it very quickly, but this Purple Dragon team as a whole, on boys and girls side, had a very busy week. They took on an SEK foe and the Independence Bulldogs for their first home game of the season. Then they travel and play the Parsons Vikings, who came off a very tough loss to Levant County Grizzlies, and they played a very elite group there in Tristan Gegg, and then Nina Taylor for the Lady Vikings put up 25 points. The Dragons really had no answer for her, but only lost by 2, and then played Walnut Grove and really picked up the cadence of their offense and found their footing late in the game, but at that point it was too late. It's all about improvement for this team as Petty will attack. Near side, short corner, goes inside of the horseshoe before turning the ball over, and that's been the theme in this first half of play as Boosie thought about pulling up a left short corner, spins inside the key. Schonifer keeps it alive, ball still loose. Schonifer goes up left-handed and finishes. She's able to convert following the offensive rebound. She and Boosie with a hot potato drill finish. Petty skip past to Casper. Casper jab step with the left foot towards the inside of the free throw line. Johnson has the ball poked loose. Good save by Taylor Thompson. Thompson following the steal away from Johnson. It features Boosie. Boosie keeps her eyes up, floats it up right-handed, too strong off the glass. Ball kept alive by Boosie. Right corner three is up, does not convert. Takes a second off, high off the backboard, and it goes out of bounds. And actually, it seemed to be a foul on Schonifer, and it is.
Yeah, and Cameron, in the first quarter, they put up 17 fouls, the Comets did, and now they'll be in the bonus. The Purple Dragons will be in the bonus this whole quarter. And like you mentioned, they were 7 from 10 from the free throw line in the first quarter alone.
18-16 is the score. Pittsburg High School up 2, 6:30 left in the first half of action, and as you said, 18 foul committed by the Blue Comets, so it will be Matlock going to the free throw line. Matlock 1 of 2 thus far. She squats down, springs up, free throw, right-handed, good. She is shooting her third and fourth attempts of the night. As standing just outside of the arc is Riley Johnson with Sophia Pinamani. Matlock takes 2 dribbles, spins the ball in front of her. It takes a hop right back to her torso. Her next free throw does not go. She's 2 of 4 from the stripe. Ball grappled by Boosie, and then it's poked loose by Casper, so it will be Comet basketball. Just a tick under 6:30 remaining in the first half. 19-16 is the score. Dragons up 3. Crossover right to left by Taylor Thompson. Thompson crosses the prime meridian before forcing the ball over to the right wing. Babcock looked for the wraparound left-hand bounce pass to Schonifer before the ball's moved to Taylor Thompson, but Taylor Thompson, who had to reach way back for an attempted one-handed grab, stepped out of bounds, and it is a turnover following the errant pass by Babcock. Matlock to inbound. It's the far side out, about 8 or 9 steps away from the Chanute fan section as Casper will have the ball in a string past midcourt. Dribbles the ball with the right hand, wrap around, pass to the right wing. Johnson finds a cutting Zoe Pinamani, wide open lane. She blows the point-blank range layup in a rebound by Abusi, but Zoe Pinamani, you could not have asked for a more easy shot as she went from the right elbow, made a very intelligent, cerebral play to wheel inside, begged for the basketball. Johnson delivered, and then I think she just choked at the end. Casper to inbound from the right side of the hoop at the far side of the court. Johnson subs out. Petty's back in. Sophia Pinamani, Zoe Pinamani, Matlock, Casper, and Petty on the floor for the Purple Dragons, and the officials are trying to discuss something. And I think they are talking about it was a jump ball, so it will be Blue Comet basketball. And Coach Krott's confused. I don't think it was a jump ball, so maybe there was a decision that was made by the conferring officials towards the far side of the court about the ball going out of bounds. It must have been last touched by Zoe Pinamani, and I think Coach Dustin Fox appealed that crossover from right to left by Bogle. Bogle finds Rollins before finding Boosie. Boosie hop step just inside of the near side elbow. Casper picks up the loose ball. She hits it next. Shonifer tangled up with her. The two are intertwined, and it is a jump ball. Possession arrow will remain with the Chanute Blue Comets. 19-16 to score, just under 6 minutes left in the half. Dragons up 3. Bogle to inbound. She has 5 points in the ball game, including a 3-point converted. Standing on the tee of the Chanute lettering towards the near side baseline. Up fake by Boosie. Loses her handle on the mitts momentarily. Gloves it. Kicks it right wing. Holland will penetrate baseline. And after the slicing, jackknifing Rollins looks for an open Bogle in the near side corner. Petty swats it away. Bogle to inbound towards the nearest corner of all of the Chanute fans. Scans, finds a cutting Boosie. Boosie is able to wrap inside as she winds towards the front of the rim, tosses it up right-handed, and there's a foul. It has to be on one of the Pinamanis. It's on Zoe Pinamani. So 2 free throws for Boosie, who is a very assertive, very aggressive player. As her first free throw was picturesque, and I'm talking about picturesque mechanics, as her elbow was 90 degrees, and in one smooth motion brought it to the forehead and flicked. Effortless. Boosie, second opportunity. Up. That one hard off the iron. Ball tracked down and saved by Trout. Good offensive rebound by Trout, and it's another offensive sequence for the Blue Comets. Bogle operates with the sphere in her right hand. Boosie sets a down screen, cutting up as Rollins, but Petty comes away at the steal. She wiggles away from 2 different Blue Comets, goes right into the chest of Bogle. Right hand polish finish. And how about Madden Petty, the freshman, with 7 in the first half. Shonifer traveling, following the skip pass in transition. 21-17 is the score. Dragons up 4, 15-18 left in the second period of play. Taylor Thompson will come in, as well as Madison Thompson and Ashlyn Smoot. Casper passes the midline, awaits the double team, backs up. She nearly with a backcourt violation. Petty in front of the band section for the Blue Comets. Brass instruments in front of her. Bounce pass by Casper, right wing. Skip pass left wing. Casper to Petty. Petty is able to wiggle inside, double clutches right-handed. How about Petty fending off the contact from a very pesky defender and Taylor Thompson for the Blue Comets, fighting through contact for the right-hand finish. 23-17. Purple Dragons lead by 6. 9 points for the freshman in Petty, who's averaging 12 a game, her career high 25. Bounce pass, far side block. Beautiful feed from Madison Thompson. Power dribble, Smoot kicks it out of bounds.
That's twice now, back-to-back times we see Petty go inside through traffic and try to getting an and one. That's just what the freshman does best.
Each team has scored 5 points in this second quarter. Right wing extended. Sophia Pinamani has the ball, jarred out of her hand by Babcock. Sophia Pinamani is able to receive the pass back from Casper. Left wing wide open, Petty, and she has been absolutely picturesque. 2 of 2 from downtown, 3 of 4 from inside of the horseshoe, 5 of 6 overall for 12 points. Taylor Thompson trying to respond. Wicked angled bounce pass to the open Smoot before working it around the perimeter. Babcock's trifecta does not fall. Babcock has missed 2 threes. Casper has great handles. She's able to wiggle away from 2 defenders, but then a steal. Madison Thompson scans, does not look very comfortable handling the sphere, lobs the ball up. Petty, as well as Sophia Pinamani, tracking down the ball, cantering inside of the lane after retreating, and able to knock it away. 26-17 to score, the largest lead of the night for the Purple Dragons at 9. Ball inbounded Babcock, near corner before it's poked away by Casper. It will remain Chanute Blue Comet basketball. 26-17 the score, 3:45 left in the half. Taylor Thompson, pump fake, ball cocked above her head, finally able to shoot it over to the point where the handling Bailey Dillman, who just subbed in, is able to put the ball right back in the belly of Madison Thompson. Dillman, Babcock, Thompson, left wing three. No, Petty with the defensive rebound. She has 2 on the night. Petty will slow down the cadence of the offense. Pace has not picked back up as the Dragons have been very methodical in their approach. Petty, who is able to percolate inside the lane, is fouled, and actually it looks like an offensive foul against the Purple Dragons. I'm not quite sure what the decision was, Avi.
I could not take a look. I think it might have been a carry.
I think that would be the next closest thing, as Cassidy Odell will see the court for the first time tonight for the Purple Dragons. Matlock will sub out. Her club leading by 9. She is a person who definitely deserves a break. 4 points and a pair of rebounds. Inbounding from the far side of the court will be the Blue Comets. It will be Smoot finding Bogle. Offense going from right to left on your dial. Bogle forks the ball over, far side wing. Dillman has it at the point, at the apex of the key, back to Babcock. Bogle, great up fake, another pump fake inside the key. She's triple teamed like a magnet for the defense. Babcock straight away 3, but she walked with it before uncorking the trifecta. Babcock 0-3 from downtown, and this Chanute Blue Comet team 1-7 from deep. Casper trying to wait for the reaction of the defense as Petty has it left wing extended with an ill-advised pass. It's stolen away. Bogle in transition, keeps her eyes up, tries to dart a pass to Babcock. Babcock is able to save it and then goes off the leg of Odell, but it looks like Babcock's toe touched out of bounds. But from where you and I looked, Avi, I thought that she was inbounds and was able to smear it off the leg of the Purple Dragon defender.
I agree. I thought it was off of Odell and it should be Blue Comet basketball, but Purple Dragons looking to take advantage of that, and they do just that.
2:40 left in the half. Petty will find Zoe Pinamani, and then Zoe Pinamani is able to score her first basket of the night. She's 1-3 from the field, but Petty with a gorgeous darting pass in traffic, and an 11-point lead for the Purple Dragons, and offensive struggles for this Blue Comet team, who have not shot over 30% in the game this season. We are back at 30 seconds with your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
If you want to improve your basketball skill set, you need to attend one of the Lane Lord basketball camps. Each camper receives individual attention and specific coaching adapted to age and skill level. There's something for everyone. A grade school camp for girls entering 3rd through 8th grade, a high school team camp available on 2 different weekends with both varsity and JV levels of competition, plus satellite camps throughout the summer. All campers receive instruction from head coach Lane Lord, head assistant Amanda David, along with former and current players. For more information, visit them online at LaneLordBballCamps.com. Coach Lord and Coach David have seen tremendous success over the past several years, and they begin their recruiting at these camps, with over 20 former campers being signed. Visit LaneLordBballCamps.com.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
A 7-0 run by PHS. Coach Chris Krotz happy taking a sip from the green Gatorade bottle on the near sideline. It's Chanute basketball, and a good look in the post from Bogle to the posting up Boosie, who was trying to force and nudge her way inside, strong arming her way past Sophia Pinamani to draw a foul on the floor. 7-0 run by the Dragons. Their largest lead, 11 at 28-17, which is the score currently. Air ball 3 by Babcock. Cassidy Odell with the board. Turns on the thruster. Goes up right-handed. Fights through contact for a superb finish.
And Odell was actually struggling on those during the JV game before this one. She could not finish, and there she is getting the job done.
Bogle and company trailing by 13, the largest deficit of the young night. 2 minutes left in the half. Picking up her dribble is Dillman. Dillman, without the basketball, will curl to the near side block. Babcock with the sphere, and it's a double dribble. Babcock has been the recipient of either airball 3-pointers or offensive turnovers. She has had a rough go of things so far. 0-5 from the field, 0-4 from 3-point range, as Zoe Pinamani will have a side out towards the near side of the court in front of Coach Chris Krotz and the rest of her teammates. Petty is able to percolate to the top of the key, and then she tries to permeate inside before leaving a shot short. She has 12 in the contest. One of the primary catalysts for this Purple Dragon team tonight, and it's a foul by the Purple Dragons. That's the 8th team foul committed by the Dragons, and it was Sophia Pinamani who was trying to play defense and shut down Boosie. Matlock will check in as Sophia Pinamani picked up her second.
It's going to put the Blue Comets at the free throw line now, 1-1 for them.
Boosie, who is 1 and 2 from the stripe so far. Squats down, ball on her right knee, flicks up, does not go. Shonifer, I think, keeps it alive, or is it Thompson? It's Thompson who keeps it alive. Misses her first shot, second offensive rebound, and she finishes. Wow, Thompson, what an aggressive finisher down low. Back-to-back offensive rebounds, and then a sterling finish in the paint. Zoe Pinamani does not convert from the right block. Boosie receives the feed from Shonifer. Shonifer finds Boosie. She's able to squeak in between two Purple Dragons. Casper rips the ball away from Thompson. 30-19 is the score. Time running out in this first frame of action. Right wing, Petty drills the trifecta. Petty, how about a sterling three from deep? 33-19 the score, 55 seconds left in the first half. Left corner, Thompson responds with a three of her own. My goodness, it is hailing from behind the break late in the first half of action. Casper near the midcourt line finds Odell right wing, skip pass, cutting Petty, baseline, right-handed, no. Cannot convert. Rebound by Boosie as she shrugs off a defender, trudges forward on the break. And looks like she careens out of bounds as she was bumped by Odell, swayed all the way into the student section. A fan wearing a Marlins jersey, so I think Shelby White back in our KSHQ studio would appreciate that, as would our co-worker Trent Kling, who is a big-time Seattle fan.
Shelby's actually going to be disappointed in you, my friend. That's a Mariners jersey.
Oh, did I say Marlins?
You
I meant
did.
Mariners. I meant Mariners. Both start with M. I know I'll get it from him at halftime. He'll give me some sort of crud. 33-22 is the score. Purple Dragons up 11. Their largest lead, 13. Free throw by Boosie. Too strong at the back iron. Casper tracks it down. Second rebound by Casper, and it's been a struggle for Boosie from the free throw line. In transition, Casper unable to convert. Good defense by Taylor. She comes up with the board. 15 ticks left in the first half. Taylor beelines it on a frozen rope. Right wing, right corner three is short by Trout. Offensive rebound by Taylor. 7 seconds left. Boosie from the free throw line. Spin around, bounce pass. Shonifer, right hand hook, no. Boosie offensive rebound, fouled before time expired. And Coach Krotz wants to travel, but it will be Boosie going to the free throw line right before the buzzer sound to shoot free throws. And before that, the officials are going to confirm that that is the call.
Yep.
And it is the call. So Boosie will shoot. Everybody has to vacate the court. And it was a foul on Riley Johnson as she was mismatched in the low post. Johnson, not a very aggressive rebounder or a glass cleaner in general, as Boosie continues to have a turbulent time from the line. 1 of 4. She can go 2 of 5 right here. She springs up, and that one swirls out. So she leaves 4 points at the free throw line. And at intermission, it is 33-22. The Purple Dragons go on an 11-0 run. Excuse me, a 9-0 run. Late in the second quarter of play, lead by as much as 13 points, and lead at halftime by 12 now. So the score's been changed. Instead of 22 is what I have, it's 21. So I think there will be some discussions at the scores table as to what the official score is. Regardless, Dragons with a double-digit lead. We will step aside for 2 minutes and come back with the first half stats and insight into the second half of play. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
At Lindbergh Pharmacy, we care about your health. From a qualified and caring staff to services like our Time My Meds and MedPack program.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union with locations in Pittsburg, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
It's a feeling you get the moment you step on campus.
It's the knowledge that you become part of something more.
We're a family of crimson and gold.
Every day we challenge ourselves to achieve more.
The reason why we're here is to make a difference.
Everybody wants to stand out.
Without standing apart.
You belong.
At Pittsburg State University.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
Opa Gundam Style, the instrumental version being played inside Chanute High School. Purple Dragons boys team currently dancing around to the song. At break, 33-21. The Pittsburg High School girls basketball team 0-4 on the season, led by first-year head coach Chris Krotz, hold a 12-point advantage at the break, 31-21. Avi Sharma, Shelby White back at our KSHQ studio. Cam Molina with you. Avi, first half, Pittsburg High School looked pretty crisp offensively, and a big help in the contest from Madden Petty, the freshman, as she has 15, but there have also been many other contributors. After the first quarter of play, there were 6 players who were able to notch some points in the scorebook. There are now 7 with the addition of Zoe Pinamani. And this team, through the midway point of the second quarter of play, went on a 9-0 run and have led by as much as 13 points as they lead by 12 at intermission. What have you seen from them offensively?
Well, what I don't understand is whatever Coach Krotz must do during a timeout just fuels these girls, because right after that timeout in the first quarter, Cameron, they got hot and everything was working out just exactly with the way they wanted to. And so now this Purple Dragon team is looking good, up by 12. Obviously, this is the biggest lead they've had all season. They're doing a very good job of being aggressive. Now, on the defensive end, they're giving up a lot of great shots, but like you talked to Coach Fox about, they can't hit their shots. They have a lot of great opportunities. They're just not converting, and that's why their woes continue tonight. So defensively, PHS is going to have to step it up, but offensively, it seems whoever gets the ball is going to score.
Let's quickly go over the first half stats, and we begin with the Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons. Riley Johnson, 2 points, both from the stripe. Zoe Pinamani, 2 points. 4 points for Kaden Matlock. She also has a foul. Caitlin Kidd playing limited minutes because of foul issues. She finished the first half with 2 fouls. 2 points for Cassidy Odell. And actually, I said 7 players in the scorebook. How about 8? Because Cassidy Odell also scored in the second quarter. Abby Casper with 5 points and a pair of rebounds. And then Madden Petty with 15 points. And Avi, one thing I've really noticed over the last week is the fact that from the Parsons game up until now, it seems that Madden Petty seems far more confident in the offensive system. She's buying into it, and she knows where to be. And what Coach Krotz has done is space out the wings, and he's put Riley Johnson on the right wing and then Petty on the left wing, or Sophia Pinamani in the right corner and then Petty on the left wing, really relying on that defense to slide over. And against a zone, this team is absolutely going to crush a zone because of that high-low action from Kidd to Matlock as well. So multiple option offensively for Coach Krotz. Let's look at Chanute's first half statistics. Tori Busey was able to score a point. She went 1 of 5 from the free throw line. She just struggled. She has a really beautiful free throw form. It just didn't fall for her. She seemed pretty frustrated. 7 points for Madison Thompson. 2 points for Rachel Jacket. 3 points for Ashlyn Smoot. She had an and 1. 5 points for Shayla Bogle. And then 4 points for Michaela Schonifer. Avi, one aspect of this game that Coach Fox told me to watch was the aggressiveness from his girls. And he was very pleased with how they reacted over the last couple of weeks in terms of assertiveness and how they've really imposed their will against other teams, regardless if they're more talented, regardless if they have more size. This team has been willing to go inside and fight, and make sure that they have a chance to win.
Yeah, Cameron, if I'm Coach Fox, I can't be mad. I mean, Chanute is doing everything correctly except for finishing. They, like I said, the amount of opportunities and shots they have on the inside are phenomenal, and the wide open shots, their offense is moving very, very good, but it's just not falling for them. I don't know what it is, if there's just a curse on them or something. It is just unbelievable how they're shooting. What is their field goal percentage right now?
For PHS?
For Chanute.
Chanute inside the horseshoe, 70%. From deep they are 2 of 9, that's 22%. So struggling from deep in this contest, but they're hanging around that 48-49% mark, which is respectable for a first half of action.
Yeah, I think they're doing a great job defensively. I think is the problem right now is that zone that you're mentioning, that they keep focusing on that corner and that one side, so they're not paying attention to the backside. And when that lob pass immediately happens, it's an easy bucket when you got the freshman in Madden Petty, who has not missed a 3 over there.
So at break, it is 33-21. Pittsburg High School up 12 points, their largest lead in the first half. 13 looking to right the 4-game losing streak and pick up their first victory of the season. Will be all the more sweet because it is a league victory if they happen to win. We are back in 2 minutes ahead of the third quarter of play in the second half of action here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins with SEK Urgent Care. When you're sick, when you're injured,
what's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Some real financial challenges. What's yours? At Commerce Bank, we find solutions so you can focus on enjoying life. Visit us online at commercebank.com or at a branch near you. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
What does it take to have a truly positive reputation? At Vogel Heating and Cooling, we know reputation is earned by consistent performance, by serving our customers' best interest, by providing top quality, energy efficient ream equipment and service for Southeast Kansas homeowners. Vogel Heating and Cooling is a Ream Factory authorized dealer and has been serving the area for over 20 years. Turn to the experts. Turn to Vogel Heating and Cooling.
Bittner Motors is proud to announce that it is now Pittsburgh's new dealer for the Hustler line of zero-turn lawnmowers. Hustler has manufactured its trademark yellow mower for over 50 years, with each mower being built right here in the U.S. Hustler combines the innovative American spirit with a do-it-right work ethic to produce the best line of zero-turn mowers on the market. Call Mike Bittner at 620-232-1530 or stop by today at 1018 North Broadway in Pittsburgh to check out the Hustler line of zero-turn mowers. Hustler Mowers, made in America at Bittner Motors, Pittsburgh.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
33-21 heading into the third quarter of action. Pittsburgh High School leads it by 12. Madden Petty, the freshman, with 15 first half points, including 3 from downtown. Avi, we were able to talk with her father on Saturday during the Web City Invitational. He said she gets most of her skill from him.
Cameron Petty is just an all-around athlete. I tell you, I said it Saturday. I'm pretty sure I said it before then. But, man, I wish she was playing with Casper more than just this year, because that duo is very deadly when you have Caden Matlock and Caitlin Kidd down low, and then you have the two guards in Petty and Casper, and then the rising Riley Johnson. This team is very talented. They just need to put the pieces together.
Casper at the midcourt line, Purple Dragon offense going from right to left on your radio dial. Casper stepping on the Blue C logo at midcourt for Chanute. Casper bounce past the Kid, far side elbow, loses it. Casper recovers, finds Petty, right wing, dives inside and is fouled on the floor. First team foul committed by Chanute in the early goings of the third quarter. First on Babcock. It will be a side out in front of the Purple Dragon bench. Stack set. Petty gets it about 5 steps away from the top of the break. Casper receives the ball, left wing, before kicking it into the left corner. Johnson scans for Kidd, who's fighting against Shonifer. Right wing, Petty bounce pass, left block before the ball is kicked away, Pele style, by Boosie.
And you know, Coach Fox probably talked about the problems that they had with this zone defense. They're going to have to pick it up a little bit. For PHS, it's quick passes to get the open shots. Johnson cuts and slithers away from several Blue Comet players before the ball is inbounded to Kidd. Right wing Johnson gets it over to Kidd. Right elbow scans, and as she prospects, she thought better of it to restart the offense. Johnson, Casper, Petty, left corner, Matlock looks low. Petty up fake. It has on her left hip Rollins before a bounce pass to Kidd. Kidd unable to convert. Petty with the offensive board. No foul. Good defense by Shonifer. Last touched by the Blue Comets. And we really didn't see much of Kidd in that first half because she was in foul trouble. Now we'll see her back out there. That was an easy shot that she missed. Good hustle by Petty with the offensive board, though. Casper inbounds left corner. Johnson wide open. Air ball. Rebound by Petty. She goes up and draws the foul. Petty so aggressive in how she is just able to strong arm other opposing players in the post, despite her size at about 5'6", 5'7", to come up with an offensive rebound is beyond me. And I mean, she was able to beat out Shonifer, the tallest player, or at least one of the tallest players on the court. And Petty does not sink the first one. And Cameron, you mentioned that hustle. It wears her out. You noticed in the first half, towards the end there, she was in there. She was huffing and puffing. She gets gassed pretty quickly because of all the effort that she puts in. Trout will come in. Babcock sits down. Petty kicks up her left leg, and the free throw goes. Petty with 16 now. It's a 13-point lead for the Dragons, tying their largest of the night. Right wing with the sphere is Rollins before ejecting it right corner to Boosie. Petty swats it out of bounds. Good tip away will be a near side inbounds, a side out in front of the Chanute bench. Boosie will find Bogle. Bogle, right wing extended from the free throw line. Thought about popping, but picks up her dribble. Straight away three by Trout, high off the back iron, then high off the window. Rebound by Matlock. Matlock with 3 boards. Offensive side of things for the Purple Dragons. Matlock's at the apex of the arc. Tries to sling a pass to Kidd, who was posted up on Boosie. Boosie gets in front of Kidd, pokes it up in the air. Stolen away by Shonifer. Right wing, skip pass. Riddle has an open Trout left corner, but then Petty comes away with a steal. Petty galloping on the break, chugs away. Right hand finish, no. Good defense by Bogle. And then Boosie, a very hectic pace by her, loses the ball off her foot and it goes out of bounds. And Bogle played a little bit of Matador defense, but she went up to the left ear of Petty, who was charging through the lane, clapped her hands twice, and that forced Petty to miss. Casper inbounds from the left side of the hoop, standing on the dark blue baseline towards the near side of the court. Sophia Pitamani will find Casper at the point, about 2 steps away from the arc, and there is a foul away from the basketball. And it will be on Shonifer. And with that, that's 3 on Shonifer, so she needs to be mindful and cognizant of her fouls because she is the tallest player and the best reserve for this Blue Comet team. Kidd, left block, double team, somehow gets a bounce pass, left elbow to Casper, and she's able to knock it down. Casper with 7, 15-point lead, largest of the night for the Purple Dragons. Bogle travels, went with a hop step on the right block, and then walked with it. And she knew it, and there's a timeout by Coach Fox.
A timeout used by Dustin Fox, his club 0-5 on the season, and an opportunity to go 0-6 at this rate, and jeopardy of losing this one at home, especially an SEK bout. That would really hurt. Bobby, we will keep it here on ESPN 100.7, but offensively, we mentioned it at halftime, this team has vastly improved. Looking at Lewisburg, week 1 of action, this team had so many turnovers on the offensive end. We're talking into the 20s, but then they play independence, they slow it down, still have some issues. Parsons, a very athletic team. Nina Taylor, probably going to be an all-first team selection in the SEK League, but they limit their turnovers. Again, Walnut Grove took care of the basketball, and made sure to execute their offense. If this team has the opportunity to slow down and play their style of basketball, they can hang with pretty much every team in the SCK.
Yeah, I agree with you full, Cameron. I just think they just need to take their time and think about what they're going to do before they do it, and I think they're hurried a lot, and that's what causes those bad plays.
Sophia Pinamani faked the stop and pop on the far side block. Casper straight away three, leaves it shy. Rebound by Kidd, goes straight up and draws the foul, and that may be the fourth on Shonifer. If it is, there will be a huge hole in the middle of the defense for Chanute and an opportunity for the Dragons to gash, and that is 4 on Shonifer, and I think Coach Fox is going to look to the bench and bring in Babcock.
Yeah, he's going to have to, and now it's going to be pretty bad for the Blue Comets as the first free throw is good by Kidd. But now you're going to have Kidd, Matlock, and the Pinamanis down low. They're going to cause some havoc.
And with that, I believe the Blue Comets will focus more on the interior of the Purple Dragons offense. That could leave Petty and Casper open from the outside. Kidd goes 1 of 2. She is 2 of 4 on the night from the stripe for 4 points. Rebound is by Smoot. Smoot, right wing, Michaela Thompson, and that is a buttery 3. 37-24 is the score, 13-point lead for the Dragons still. Far side wing, Sophia Pinamani skips it. Petty trying to answer back. She does. Petty does not back down from a challenge. 4-4 from downtown. Right corner, Riddle, 3, short. Kidd cannot come down with the defensive rebound. Offensive rebound by Riddle. Right hand wraparound pass to the open Smoot, and she's fouled on her way up for a 3-point opportunity.
What a pass by Riddle. That was something else right there.
So Smoot will shoot the one shot. Converts.
Now, this is what they struggled on Saturday, Cameron, the press.
Petty has it across the timeline, scans, Euro step, right hand, and wow, the floater goes through. Madden Petty has been electrifying, to say the least, in this ball game. 42-27 is the score. The Purple Dragons lead it. Steal by the Dragons. Casper has it, standing on the navy blue circle at midcourt. Casper works the ball over left wing. Petty, ball above her head, brings the leather back down to her waist.
1-2-2 defense by this Blue Comet team.
4:30 left in the third. Left short corner Matlock before kicking the ball out to the top of the key. Petty shrugs off 2 defenders. Right hand floater, no. And it's a foul on Petty, I think. And Petty seems gassed as she is doubled over, hands on knees, trying to catch her breath. And I think that will bring in Cassidy Odell. Michaela Thompson will sub in, as will Boosie for the Blue Comets. Matlock will come out, and that was the first foul on Petty. Petty is asked to do a lot for this Purple Dragon team, especially as a freshman stepping in and providing valuable minutes and then leading the team in scoring. She's already notched 2 20-point games this season, one being tonight. Petty, rebound following the Babcock miss. Sophia Pinamani spins inside the lane, goes up right-handed. That was a beautiful post move, cannot convert, but it's a rebound by Abby Casper. Sophia Pinamani gets tied up with Chanute to jump ball.
And that's both Pinamanis we've seen, Cameron, who've made great moves getting down the lane and inside. I think they're just too happy and too excited, and they just miss an easy shot.
42-27 is the score. Right wing, crossing over is Bogle, skips it over, left wing 3 by Thompson, and her beautiful form falls short this time, tracked down by Kidd. Petty past the midcourt line before darting one over, left wing extended, Casper. Odell has it wide open, Sophia Pinamani, and again misses a point-blank range shot. Kidd offensive board, misses another point-blank range shot. Trout keeps it alive. Sophia Pinamani rips it away from Boosie, steps through it. She can't finish, but she is fouled, and the spectacles hit the deck.
And we'll see if they're good to go. Looks like it.
And so Sophia Pinamani will have free throws, but a timeout is used by Coach Fox. 42-27 is the score. The Purple Dragons winning this quarter of action in scoring 9-6. We'll be back in 30 seconds with your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
Let's go back live courtside.
Purple Dragons with a 15-point edge against league foes in the Chanute Blue Comets. Dustin Fox group 0-5. Chris Krotz's Purple Dragons 0-4. 0-9 combined. One team will walk away with their first win of the season. And the Purple Dragons with the edge currently. 3:13 left in the third. Sophia Pinamani with 2 free throws. She misses her first but converts on her second, and that one was silky smooth as the net flipped up. Bogle past the timeline, standing at the top of the key, interchanges with Babcock. Babcock left elbow bounce past left short corner Boosie. 3 minutes left in the third. Wrap around past Bogle. Double team Odell and Kidd right there. Boosie will come out to challenge, or rather Boosie left corner, Sophia Pinamani out to challenge. Michaela Thompson right corner, she's able to wheel inside. Defense collapse, left wing three, good, and Babcock is able to sink it. First three-pointer of the night, 1 of 5 in the ball game. Matlock in the backcourt finds Odell, streaking past Sophia Pinamani, right short corner, steps through, right hand short, offensive rebound, goes back up, ball tipped away. Another opportunity, that one goes. So Pinamani with her first field goal in the contest, including a couple of offensive rebounds. Sophia Pinamani loses Boosie, left corner three, no, luckily enough, Kidd's right there for the board. But Sophia Pinamani was completely turned around, had to do a 180 to find her target. Sophia Pinamani, speaking of which, right corner three goes up, does not convert. Offensive rebound by Kidd, and the rebounds are starting to stack up for her. She has 5, 3 in the third. 2 minutes to go in the third frame of action. A dart from Odell as she tried to find Sophia Pinamani, nearly a one-hopper as the ball started to drift to a shallow length, and it was tipped out of bounds by Boosie. It will remain with the Purple Dragons. Zoe Pinamani subs in as Sophia Pinamani and Odell will catch a break. Petty back on the floor for the Dragons. The box set for PHS. Inbounds. Casper left elbow two. No. Rebound by Matlock. Right hand flip. No. Rebound by Petty. Petty tied up with Boosie. The two very aggressive. Have the same demeanor. And they have to turn their backs to one another. I think there may have been some words exchanged if either of them had lingered any longer. Inbounding to the right side of the goal. Kidd tries to find Casper, and a great tiptoeing steal by Taylor Thompson. She finds a cutting left-hand layupping Smoot. Smoot now with 7. Pressure in the backcourt, 45-32 the score. Dragons up 13. Petty tries to throw a bounce pass. The stolen pass is by Smoot. She finds Babcock. Babcock inside the horseshoe. From inside the break, pulls up, misses from the left block extended. Rebound by Zoe Pinamani, and the timeout used by Coach Krotz. And difficulty scoring for the Purple Dragons right now, but a good rebound by Zoe Pinamani nevertheless. 45-32 is the score. Purple Dragons currently lead it by 13. Avi Sharma, Shelby White at our KSHQ studio. Cam Molina with you. And it's the Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons girls basketball team taking on the Chanute Blue Comets. The Dragons have led throughout the entirety of this ball game, up 18-12 after one, at halftime by 12, 33-21. And then in the third quarter, 45-32, they've led by as much as 15. Madden Petty with 21 points. This is a much-needed lead right now for the Dragons, especially as it brings them closer to their first victory on the season ahead of a game against the Joplin Eagles tomorrow at home.
Yep, but Cameron, you saw towards the end there a little bit of sloppiness by the Purple Dragons as they could not, I don't know how many times they were down low in the paint, they could not finish. And then the passes that they think they're there, it's not happening. And that's what's keeping this Blue Comet team in it, because On the other end, the Blue Comets are now hitting their shots from three-land and then the fast break opportunities.
$1:23 left in the third frame of action, 45-32 the score. 13-point lead for the Dragons. It will be a side out in front of the band section of Chanute for Matlock and the Purple Dragons. Defense is not ready, but Casper gets it in the backcourt. It's a 1-2-1 press. However, the one on the back end has petered all the way back. Johnson, left wing, is able to maneuver past 2 to 3 different Blue Comet players. Double team against Casper. Casper just barrels past 2 different Blue Comets players before she loses it in transition. Going up through the teeth of the defense is Trout. My goodness, awesome left-hand finish by Trout. Petty skips it, finds Matlock. Ball poked up into the air, and the rainbow tip-up falls into the hands of Casper, but it's Matlock who traveled at midcourt. 45-34 the score. Dragons just lead by 11, under a minute left in the third. Taylor inside of the key, kick out, left wing trifecta, Trout no, Taylor offensive rebound, tosses it back up and in, and we are within single digits now. In the effort by the Blue Comets, including the press, really paying dividends. Petty finds Kidd, 2 steps, left hand finish, picturesque. And Kidd ran the floor very well, may as well pay back your forward. Back to an 11-point contest. 47-36, Dragons up. 23 ticks left in the third. Babcock at the point, being harassed by a badgering Casper. Casper right in the grill of Babcock. Babcock crosses over from right to left, looks for Taylor. Ball poked loose. Johnson on the floor. Babcock saves it from the far corner. She skips it off the backboard, goes out of bounds with, I believe,
6 seconds.
6 seconds, yes.
6.9 to be exact.
Well, our view is somewhat obstructed of the scoreboard, so we do apologize. 6.9 seconds left. Matlock to inbound from the right side of the goal towards the far side of the court. Looks for Casper. Instead finds Johnson. Johnson will have to put the thrusters on. She does. Picks up her dribble. Continues to look. 2 seconds left. Has Matlock, and I think the Dragons are just going to hold it. They do, and after the third period of play, it's Pittsburg High School still with the double-digit advantage, 47-36. And how about Madden Petty? 6 third-quarter points, bringing her total to 21, her second 20-point game of the season, and she is just a frosh. And an excellent performance, too, by the Chanute Blue Comets. Madison Thompson with 10 points. The Blue Comets and the Dragons each have 4 3-pointers in this ball game. So the lights-out shooting from downtown may have a little bit to play into the final result of this contest. 8 minutes left to decide a victor. We'll be back in 30 seconds with your home of Purple Dragon Athletics, ESPN 100.7.
Now accepting new clients. At the Pet Care and Surgery Center, Dr. James Clark believes all of our pets deserve kind, humane, and loving treatment. From a simple checkup or rabies vaccination to performing major surgery. Plus, Dr. Clark has boarding, grooming, nutrition, and wellness checkups. Dr. James Clark can provide that loving member of your family with the treatment they deserve. Call 620-308-6454 to set up an appointment or simply visit petcarecenter.org. Pet Care and Surgery, making a difference.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
47-36, we are headed into the final quarter of action here at Chanute High School. On the girls' side, at least, the Dragons lead it by double digits. They have most of the way, and Madden Petty, the freshman, is able to jar the ball loose, had an open lane before the ball is recovered by a streaking Thompson. At the point, picking up her dribble is Taylor Thompson before she maneuvers the ball to the left wing. Rollins works it back to the left wing as the two interchange. Left corner 3, air ball. Kidd unable to reel it in, and it's off the face, I think, of Smoot, so it will be Purple Dragon basketball. Inbound from the far side of the court. Matlock already trying to conduct traffic. Boosie will sub in for Coach Fox. Subbing out will be Thompson.
There's that full court press, Cameron. They had a tough time against this.
Casper finds Petty. Petty hit from behind. Taylor was able to poke the ball loose momentarily. Petty attacks the baseline, and it is a foul on the floor. Taylor with the right hip check on Petty, and Petty was a bit rushed as she was working and patrolling the baseline from far to near side. It will be an inbound by the Purple Dragons offense as they go from right to left on your dial. Inside the horseshoe is Petty. She wants the sphere as Casper will lob it over to Kidd. Left elbow, Johnson left corner. Bounce pass Casper, double team, triple team. Johnson left wing. Good defense by the Blue Comets as they are quickly moving to the basketball. Petty is holding onto the sphere, and a lot of sticky hands for this Purple Dragon team as Matlock's three is nearly an air ball. That was an ill-advised shot by Matlock as she does not traditionally shoot threes. Scoop from the waist over to the waist of Rollins. Boosie, wraparound bounce pass. She has Smoot who steps through and is fouled. +1. So Smoot now 4 of 5 from the field, and she has a chance to hit the double-digit echelon. And Johnson will sub out. Sophia Penamani comes in. Third team foul committed by the Dragons. Third on Petty. Three dribbles by Smoot. Left-hand free throw goes.
Blue Comets have 16 fouls early in this fourth quarter, Cameron. Keep that in mind.
Bogle will check back in for the Blue Comets. And a hard bounce pass that had a very shallow angle by Matlock as it was careened away off the foot of the sliding Trout. Side out in front of the band section for Matlock. She's guarded one-on-one on the inbounds by Trout. Hands vertical. Backcourt. Sophia Penamani looks for Casper, who's gliding in between the middle of the backcourt. Casper picks up her dribble, has Petty. Petty defended by Boosie, but outguns her with her speed, but then looks for a cutting Matlock. Diving for it is Bogle. Bogle has it, traveled with it. No travel called, though. 3-on-3. Trout finds Taylor, the trailer. Short. Petty loses the rebound, and it is off of her knee, remaining with the Blue Comets. And some ugly offensive sequences for Pittsburg High School.
Yep.
They are only up 8 points, 47-39. Babcock will come back in. Smoot will sub out. Inbound from the right side of the goal. Standing is Bogle, left wing. Babcock comes inside him, but as she had a handle on the sphere, she lost it, but tried to go with a beeline pass to the right corner where Boosie was at. Bogle gets it back. Another frozen rope pass right corner. Boosie, no. Tracking it down, Michaela Thompson. She stays alive inbounds. It's off the shoelaces of Trout for a second. Babcock gets it. Right corner, ball poked up. Boosie dives for it. Matlock gets tangled up, and she crumples to the floor, and that is a foul on Boosie, the 17th foul by Chanute in free throws for the Purple Dragons.
I tell you, that was just chaos the past 30 seconds you just called right there, Cameron. Back and forth it went, and it is now going to be 1-1 for Caden Matlock.
And Boosie used every ounce of her being, every fiber of who she was to try to save that basketball that was just twirling on the hardwood. Thompson with a superb save in the left corner. And these Comets are very, very scrappy, and you have to commend them for not giving up. Down by as much as 15. Matlock's 1-and-1 free throw. No. Good rebound by Thompson as she chins the basketball and clears it out. Babcock at the point is able to maneuver. Right wing up fake by Boosie. Gets Sophia Penamani to move, and it's an offensive foul. Boosie used her left shoulder to go into Kidd. 2 on Boosie.
And Coach,
8th foul.
Coach Fox and company is not happy with that call on the bench.
So the Blue Comets not pleased with the decision, as Bogle will sub out. Taylor will come in. Matlock tried to feed a bounce pass to a cutting Sophia Penamani from the left block over to the left corner. That was just an ill-advised play. Matlock will have a side out towards the far side of the court. Casper is located nearest her. It's a stack set also on the left elbow where Petty and Sophia Penamani are at. Casper picks up her dribble. I don't know why she went with a hop step 4 feet away from the top of the arc. And subsequently, she is tied up with Boosie, and it's a foul on Boosie, and Fox can't believe it. And I am somewhat questioning that decision, too. For one, if you're a senior in Casper, you do not go and pick up your dribble 2 steps past the half-court line with defenders trailing behind you. Regardless, it's a 1-and-1 for Casper. She squats down, ball near her left knee, and flicks straight up and is able to get the ball to kiss and smooch the bottom of the nylon. Casper now 4 of 5 from the stripe of this contest, a chance to go 5 of 6. These are the 19th and 20th free throws by the Dragons. As Bogle comes back into the ball game, sitting will be Jacket. Under 6 to go in the contest, Casper goes 2 of 2, 5 of 6 in the ball game, 9 points. 49-39 the score, Dragons up 10. I think this is still anybody's ball game. Bogle has the ball, swatted out of her hands by Petty. Skip pass by Babcock. Michaela Thompson's 3 is just shy of the bottom of the net. Rebound by Boosie. Great job tracking down the offensive rebound. Wide open. Babcock is able to nail the trifecta. And I mean, get all 3 of those. If there was such a thing as a 4-point shot, that would be it. Petty has the ball swatted out from behind her. Babcock, great defense, but then a launch pass by Michaela Thompson out of bounds. She rushed it, looking for Boosie, who was gliding down the left wing. 5:19 left in the ball game. 59-42 is the score. Matlock to inbound from the right side of the goal. Slaps the leather. Kind of has a look of what is everybody doing. Let's get open. Matlock then lines one over to an open Sophia Pinamani, still in the backcourt, then kicks it over. Petty steps into a 3. Left wing off the heel of the iron. That one was rushed. No reason for it. Coach Krotz puts his hand immediately over his face in disappointment and angst. Crossover by Babcock. Wicked move right to left. Finds a wide open Taylor Thompson. She leads the right block. Jumper short. My goodness, back and forth affair inside Chanute High School Gymnasium. 49-42 the score, under 5 to go. Stolen away, Michaela Thompson has a head of steam, goes into Casper, right-handed, yes. What a fantastic job by this Blue Comet team at midcourt. Fouling is Sophia Pinamani. Petty loses it, stolen away, and then losing it on the offensive end for Chanute was Boosie coming up behind. Was Boosie behind Matlock? It's knocked loose, gathered by Trout, and it looks like a timeout. And a timeout used by Coach Krotz, and my goodness, mayhem and carnage has been unleashed inside of Chanute's Gymnasium. 49-44 is the score. And thus far, it has been an 8-2 run to start up this fourth quarter by the Chanute Blue Comets. And Dustin Fox's girls are playing amazing so far. Absolutely brilliant and dynamite in this fourth quarter, not giving in. Their full court and half court press has been executed very well, and the Dragons have just been lackadaisical with the basketball. Some young players on this team, Avi, but you look for the senior leaders in Casper and Kidd to step up.
Well, Cameron, I think, right, I can't remember if you said it right before the break or right after the break, but you said it best. This Blue Comet team is scrappy, and they will fight you for the littlest things, those loose balls, the pick steals, and then the long ways. And you can't give this team a second chance opportunity, because when you do, there's a wide open person out for 3 land, and they're hitting their shots right now. But you're absolutely correct, Cameron. Casper and Kidd need to step it up right here, because there's no one on the floor that is as big as Kidd. I think she can take over in the paint.
Matlock scans, looks in the backcourt, has Sophia Pinamani, who finds Kidd. Kidd does not cross the timeline, waits for Casper, and then Casper dribbling with her right hand, uses her left hand to initiate the offense. Petty, right wing extended. No one comes out to challenge her, but Petty is going to greet Boosie nearest the inside portion of the left wing. Petty works it around the horn. No reason to rush the offense if no one's coming to defend, but Taylor Thompson does. Boosie comes out to defend Petty. Petty has the ball stripped, but it's recovered by Matlock, who skips it back to Casper at the point. Casper will rotate the ball left wing. Sophia Pinamani with it. Sophia Pinamani sidearms it back to Casper before the ball's on the left wing. Petty crosses over right to left. Left elbow has a lane, goes up inside the alleyway, closes up quickly. Kidd offensive board, goes up, does not draw the foul. Another offensive rebound, right back up with it, does not convert. Kidd keeps it alive, tips it up, and it is Madison Thompson who slaps it back to Babcock. Babcock has done great in this fourth quarter defensively. Attacking right short corner is Taylor. Then Taylor has the ball tipped away by Casper.
I tell you, Cameron, that offense that PHS was running was actually a great idea. they're taking time away by just slowing things down, making a pass, and making the Blue Comets to press them, but it just couldn't get it done inside.
Just under 3:30 left in the ball game. 49-44 the score. Dragons up 5. Petty, good read, and she's able to get a fingertip on the sphere, and it goes out of bounds. And the Blue Comets bring Riddle back in. I beg your pardon, Rollins back in. Inside the paint, a good wraparound pass from Boosie as she finds Smoot. Smoot with 12 points. Boosie has been a do-it-all player tonight for this Blue Comet team. An errant throw by Matlock. Sophia Pinamani was not ready. Smoot throws it right back to Sophia Pinamani as she does a little fluttering throw back into the torso of Casper, who crosses the timeline. Her team only up 3, under 3 to go. Petty left wing, and this Dragon team in dire need of a bucket. They led by 11 after 3 and are now only up 3. Been up by as much as 15. Their last points came from Casper as Petty goes inside, and it is a charge. Petty tries to get past Rollins and hits her head on accident, but that is now 4 on Petty with 2:39 left in the ball game. So Petty has to be cognizant of that. And for a freshman, I think this is the area in which there's too much unfamiliar territory. Yep. You don't know how to really carry yourself in the last 2 minutes of a contest. Bogle conducting traffic, and there is a foul away from the basketball. It's on Matlock, which would be the Purple Dragon's 6th foul. I think she bumped into a curling Rollins, and now that I think about it and look at the official, I think it is on Sophia Pinamani instead, and it will be on Matlock. I was right the first time. That's 2 on Matlock. Left block, bounce pass, Babcock, short as Boosie. And Boosie has struggled from the field tonight. 0 of 3.
Casper needs help.
Casper double team, now triple team in the right corner. Skips it, has Petty. Petty darts it, has Kidd, and she traveled. Big time travel. 3 steps. And Coach Krantz saying there should have been a foul called prior to it because she was touched in the back by Smoot, but I don't think there was enough contact to warrant the call. 3-point game. Chanute trailing by 3 at home. Both teams, no wins on the season. Curling from the right block to the top of the key is Rollins. Rollins will cut back to the right block, tosses it up right-handed, saving it to Sophia Pinamani. She's double-teamed, being harassed. She'll dribble left-handed, and a timeout used by Coach Krantz. Just under 2 left in what has been a fun ball game, an SCK clash of 2 clubs who have maybe rekindled a bitter rivalry. 49-46 the score. Dragons lead it. With just under 2 minutes left in the final quarter of play, we bring you back with the last minute 53 of action here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
3-point contest, and that sounds a bit odd to say because the Purple Dragons near halftime led by 15. At the break they led by 12. After 3 they led by 11, but it has been all Chanute in this 4th quarter of play. Sophia Pinamani teetering on the far side baseline. This press has been absolutely near indomitable. The Purple Dragons have struggled mightily. Casper had 3 different open options. The ball poked loose. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Abby Casper. And Coach Krantz is irked. He turns towards his bench where his assistant coach and Keith Matlock is at and says, why did we even use a timeout to draw up something if no one would run it? And a timeout used by Coach Fox. $1:37 left in the contest. 49-46 is the score, and Coach Krantz irritated at his girls as he's really laying into them right now. But Avi, it's justified though. You have Abby Casper, who's at midcourt, who had 2 or 3 different open options. She had 2 different options, and I believe Sophia Pinamani and Petty towards the near side of the court. She looked them off. She was just rushed.
Well, Cameron, what you got to do is you need ball handlers at the top in the press coverage, because right now, anytime Chanute sees someone that's uncomfortable, immediate double team. And Casper, who is comfortable with the rock, the problem is she only looks forward, not around. And so by her doing that, it isolates her vision, and therefore, when she gets trapped, she has nowhere to go but that baseline, and we've seen it that time and time and again, it's just not working for her.
Well, Chanute has had a splendid fourth quarter of action as they are outscoring the Dragons 10-2. And the Blue Comets have had a lot of offensive success in transition, and they've been smart about their passes. They've been very crisp passes following steals and finding their open targets and their teammates. This was the issue week 1 against Lewisburg for the Dragons, where they were faced with a press and then absolutely folded. Hopefully for Coach Krotz and company, they do not fold here. Babcock contorts her body, right hand flick, and then the offensive rebound by Madison Thompson, fighting off 2 defenders, finishes and 1, and a chance to tie it at home. 49-48 is the score. Just under $1:30 left in the contest. Thompson with 14 can make it 15 with the free throw.
And that was the Purple Dragons' 17th foul, so now both teams will be in the bonus.
Thompson, no. Rebound by Kidd. Hand being swatted at by Rollins in the backcourt. Kidd, 8 rebounds in the ball game. Casper past the timeline. Petty has it. Pressure coming. Boozy right there with her.
Good move by Petty. Good move.
Petty just holding onto the ball as you're talking about, Avi.
Oh.
And how about this? Matlock has the ball swatted out of her hand by Taylor Thompson, and it's out on Matlock. And Coach Krotz is saying, are you serious? How was that out on Matlock when Taylor was the last one to touch it? But now all Coach Krotz can do is turn to his girls and say, pick up the intensity. 1-point game. Lead can change hands on this possession. Bogle bumbles the ball momentarily. Finds Babcock, skips it, left corner. Again, Bogle with it, skips it, right corner. Boosie, right wing. Rollins looking to fork the pass over. Boosie, right corner. She hasn't hit a field goal all game, but it comes out at the most clutch time. The three-pointer falls. 2-point lead for Chanute. Sophia Pitamani. Defended by Thompson. Matlock, right-hand runner goes. We're tied again. 51 apiece. Bogle and company may hold for the last shot. 23 ticks remaining. 51-0. The Dragons have led by as much as 15. They led by 11 heading into this final quarter, and with 14 seconds left in the ballgame, it is a timeout used by Dustin Fox. And when I spoke with Coach Fox prior to today, he said, don't count my girls out. We may be undersized, but we are aggressive. We have grit, and in practice, all these girls do is smile, and I am absolutely blessed to coach at Chanute High School. 51-all. We are back in 30 seconds with the last 14 ticks of action here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when I learned CDL does more than just electrical work, like plumbing, heat and air, security cameras and alarms, generators, solar panels, even signs for my business. CDL really is one company that has a solution for about everything in my home and business. Learn more at cdlsolution.com.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
And we welcome you back to ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters. Dustin Fox and his Chanute Blue Comet girls basketball team have mounted a comeback. Down by 15, have trailed by double digits most of the night, and are tied 51 apiece with the Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons. Babcock loses it at midcourt, ball still loose. It's a scrum at the midcourt line. Jump ball. Babcock slow to get up as she was trampled on by Sophia Pitamani, and I think the jump ball is in favor of the Blue Comets, and it is, so it will be a side out. The only consequence is that there have been 6 seconds ripped off the scoreboard, and I think Babcock is bleeding as the officials are pointing towards her right arm and the crease of her elbow, bicep and forearm area. But it doesn't really look like she's bleeding, so I'm a little surprised, and she's right back out on the floor. It will be a side out in front of the scores table. On the left block is Rollins. Ball screen set multiple times. Bogle has it, defended by Petty. A foul by the Purple Dragons puts Chanute at the free throw line. Right corner, Boosie hoists up a prayer off the back iron, and we are out of regulation and heading into overtime. The Chanute Blue Comets with an improbable comeback. Down 15. Their spirits were not down though, and they have uplifted themselves to an extra 4 minutes of action following this break here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins with SEK Urgent Care. When you're sick, when you're injured, or when you just don't feel like yourself, SEK Urgent Care is here for you. Let our skilled providers treat your non-life-threatening illness or injury at a fraction of the time and cost of an ER visit. Located at the corner of Centennial and Broadway in the Meadowbrook Commons, open 7 days a week for your convenience. SEK Urgent Care, where your family and time matter. Find us fast on names and numbers.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
The Chanute Blue Comets have forced the overtime hand of the Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons. Coach Chris Krotz and his girls led by as much as 15 points before choking away the double-digit lead. Outscored in the fourth, 15-4. And Dustin Fox's girls have a chance to earn their first win on the season. Combined, these teams are 0-9. Boosie and Kidd jump at midcourt. Matlock gets it for the Purple Dragons, who will go from right to left on your radio dial. The purple-cladded Dragons with their purple uniforms with white numerals and lettering feature Petty with the sphere. Skip is over to the left wing. Casper's three is short. That is not her game. Matlock trying to come up with the offensive rebound. She does not. Bogle goes with a jump skip pass over to the right corner. Rollins goes with a fluttering underhand throw to Boosie in the right corner. The two interchange. Bogle is able to zigzag in between traffic. Left wing three. Good! Madison Thompson. 3 trifectas tonight, and the pressure is still on in the backcourt. Petty past the timeline, knocked out of her mitts, and will remain Purple Dragon basketball. It will be a far side out by Matlock into the backcourt. Casper with it. Double team awaits her. Boosie and Babcock there. Casper defended well by Babcock. Spinning away from Babcock is Casper. Sophia Penamani with a lethargic throw. Stolen. Boosie goes 2 steps, left-handed. Great finish. Ball stolen away. Cutting. Right-hand finish by Babcock. And Chanute High School is in an absolute frenzy. 58-51 is the score. My goodness. An unprecedented comeback for the Chanute Blue Comets this season. They are up 7 on the Dragons now. And between the entirety of the fourth quarter up through the first minute 2 seconds of the first overtime period, it has been a 22-4 run. So about 9 minutes, 22-4 run for Dustin Fox's girls. The full court press has been put on, and it has absolutely baffled Coach Krotz's group. This is unreal. Coach Krotz will go ahead and put a close to the group meeting. And after the staff meeting at the bench, everybody will head back out to the work floor.
And Cameron, the Comets are up, Blue Comets, excuse me, are up 7, and they're still applying the press.
They're wanting to put this game to bed and do it in a fashion that would not leave a chance for the Purple Dragons to come back. Matlock tiptoes baseline. She's able to come up with the sphere, finds Kidd on a cut, and Kidd a tough finish over 2 defenders. Kidd with 8 points, 8 rebounds. Bogle and company leading by 5, 2:30 left in the contest. Petty defending Bogle. Boosie beelines it, left wing. Babcock interchanges Thompson, nearly hits the 3. No one has closed out on Thompson, and that is a crime. Casper felt pressure from behind. Boosie nearly coming away with the steal. Casper, right block, goes up through traffic, draws the foul, almost the end, wanted a fall away Hail Mary.
Tough shot by Casper. Surprised she even got that one off.
Thompson is 3 of 5 from deep. It just puzzles me as to why you would leave her wide open on the left wing. Casper. First free throw is good. She remains pretty solid from the stripe. She's shooting her 7th and 8th attempt of the night. She is currently 6 of 7 from the line. And could go 7 of 8 right here. And she does not, as the ball will careen off the right side of the orange. 4-point ball game. Babcock sets her feet but looks for Rollins' right corner. Rollins will reset the offense as she wades back to the top of the key. Left wing. Madison Thompson will find Bogle. Bogle interchanges the basketball with Rollins. Rollins asking for help from Boosie as she will hand off the ball right in the waist of Boosie before finding Babcock. Time starting to dwindle away, and then Madison Thompson, near side baseline cut, right hand flick goes. Pressure still. Casper angles away from the pressure. Coach Krotz giving his team orders. Left corner open. Petty hit a big time 3. 5 of 5 from the outskirts. The Badlands have treated her kindly. Back to a 3-point contest. Bogle, midcourt, skips it, right corner, Boosie, up fake, attacks, right short corner, skips it around the perimeter. Thompson, left corner 3, cannot respond, rebound by Casper. Casper slows down the pace, a minute left in the contest. 3-point lead for Chanute. Petty attacks baseline, steps through, tosses it up, and a block +1. Petty is able to sidestep.
No, it's on the floor.
Rollins, and they're saying it's on the floor. No continuation.
Count it. Now they will count it.
So they will count it. Shot is good, and Petty with the chance to tie.
Wow.
Petty 1 and 2 from the stripe, and this could be the single biggest free throw of her young high school basketball career. Kidd will interchange with Sophia Pinamani. Kidd goes to midcourt. Casper stands outside the break. Petty to tie it up. Yes. 27 for Petty. 60 all under a minute to go. Boosie enters enemy territory. Bogle will let the clock wind down. Petty will come defend. Both teams are in the bonus. The Dragons just happen to be in the double bonus. Scoop by Bogle right back into the torso of Boosie, and a timeout used by Coach Fox. 38 seconds left, 60 apiece. Avi, very general question, just answer it as best as you can. Offensively, what does Chanute run coming out of this timeout?
Well, you want to run it all the way down to the last second. There is no need for you to take up. I know you've been hot in the last 2 quarters, but there's no need to put up a 3 if it's wide open. That is why the Purple Dragons have a shot to come back in this thing, is they had the ball with a minute left and they took the wide open 3. No need to do that when you have the lead already. Run the clock as much as possible, take the last shot so Pittsburgh doesn't have a chance.
You know, and this sounds daring and a bit bold, and I know it's a tie ball game overtime, but right now Chanute 4 of 9 from the free throw line. Not a large sample size, but Boosie is 1 of 5 from the stripe. Do you potentially foul, put her on the line, and then try to rebound?
I would not, just because Pittsburgh is having a tough time breaking that press. That is the only reason why you don't want to do that, is because if they do, they'll get hurried and they'll force a bad shot down.
The thing is, if she misses, the press can't be set up.
Correct.
So we'll see if there is a foul or if there's just a set that's run. I think it will just be a set. That seems like the safer bet.
Yep.
Here towards the side of caution, as Bogle will pull out. Reverses near midcourt. Petty will still stay right with her. This could be a 5-second call if she does not get it out. Boosie with it, dribbling with her right hand. Sophia Pinamani glued to her. Petty comes over to harass Bogle. Bogle dribbling with her right hand. Petty still playing great defense. Trying to hand off to Babcock. Pressure. Bounce pass. Ball is loose. Matlock comes up with it. 12 seconds left. She has Sophia Pinamani in the backcourt. Who gives it right back to Casper. 7 seconds left. Back to Sophia Pinamani. Skip pass. Matlock. Left wing 3 is up. Short. Rebound is grappled by Bogle. Tipped up. Kidd comes up with it. We are heading into double overtime. My goodness. Well, everyone back at home, catch your breath. I surely will with the 30-second break. That's coming up. 60-all double overtime contest. We'll bring it back to you here shortly, here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
At Lindbergh Pharmacy, we care about your health. From a qualified and caring staff to services like our Time My Meds and MedPack programs, Lindbergh Pharmacy provides personalized service you can count on. Refill prescriptions online at lindberghpharmacy.com or on your smartphone with our free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile app. You can also sign up for our text alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
Let's go back live courtside.
Double overtime. That's something special to be a part of. You have your no-hitters in baseball, you have soccer, you have your penalty kicks, but then for basketball, double overtime contest that features the Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons girls basketball team and the Chanute Blue Comets. The Dragons led by 15 points before the Blue Comets stormed back in the 4th. They outscored the Dragons 15-4 in the final period of play, but then in overtime, they started off on a 7-0 run before the Dragons were able to parry and went on a 9-2 scoring run to close out the first overtime.
You know, Cameron, before we went on air, you and Shelby White both joked around and said, hey, I'm okay to stay up till midnight calling basketball games. The way this game's going, we're going to be doing just that.
Kidd tips off with Boosie again. Dragons win it. Casper handling the sphere. She'll dribble with the left hand before permeating inside the lane. She'll put the brakes on the left elbow. Matlock looks for Sophia Penamani. Instead had Petty, who had 6 big points. 1 free throw to tie it in the first overtime as Casper dribbles with her right hand. Ponytail dangling behind her. Petty skips it. Left wing, Sophia Penamani there, defended by Babcock. Petty interchanged with Sophia Penamani. She was wide open. Right block. Kidd has the ball jarred loose. As it squirts away, Sophia Penamani somehow comes up with it, and it's a steal. Rollins, no one back. Right hand. Airballs it. Rebound by Sophia Penamani. It's a 2-on-1. Great recovery by Bogle. Shutting down Casper on the miss. Left wing is Petty. Petty bounce past Kidd. Left elbow. Free throw line gets it to Matlock on the left wing, who had a good open look 3-pointer at the end of the overtime that could have won it. Matlock left corner skips it, nearly a turnover. Another bullet inside the lane. Right hand turnaround Kidd. That was silky.
Yep. And the right move, Cameron. The right move to let your senior get an easy shot inside.
Kidd on the precipice of a double-double, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 62-60 to score. Dragons lead it, 2:40 left in the second overtime. Boosie finds Babcock on the interchanging handoff, but Petty will close out on Bogle in the right corner, and the ball is thrown away as Bogle slips on the right block. Purple Dragon basketball.
That was a good move by Petty to let her go. Sounds crazy as that is, but keep in mind, Petty has 4 fouls on the floor, and she's had that since early in the 4th quarter.
Inbound by Casper. It will be a side out in front of the Chanute boys section. And the ball stripped out of Petty's hands. Cutting is Taylor Thompson. Taylor Thompson will lose it off of her forehead, and it will be Purple Dragon basketball. And, I mean, this has been a fun game, Avi, but sloppy basketball by both sides.
Yes.
Casper to inbound. Sophia Penamani sets a screen for Petty. Casper continues to look. Petty somehow wiggles away, but it's a timeout used by Coach Krotz, not appreciating the lack of execution. 62-60. Dragon lead by 2. Under 2:30 left in the ballgame. We are back in 30 ticks with your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
Advanced technology, comprehensive quality care. That's Canar Eye Care. We have the newest technology, but we never lose sight of what's most important, our patients. Eye care has changed dramatically in recent years, and we've been there for you every step of the way. At Canar Eye Care, treatment of disease and surgical co-management. Canar Eye Care, the clear choice.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
Cam Molina, Avi Sharma, Shelby White back in our KSHQ studio. It has been a fun girls contest. The Purple Dragons up 2 in double overtime, 62-60. Madden Petty, 27 points, leading all scorers. Right behind her, Madison Thompson of the Blue Comets with 19. Casper inbounds from the left side of the hoop. In the backcourt has Kidd, who skips it. She has Petty. Petty rips through, ball above the head, finds Sophia Penamani, steps through, goes up, straight up, and misses. Rebound by Kidd, goes up and forks it through the bottom of the nylon. A double-double for the senior when it counts the most. A terrific job by Kidd. 12 points, 10 rebounds. Right wing, stepping into a three. Boosie, how about the response trifecta? Boosie does not waste any time with under 2 to go. Stolen away, Boosie trying to double down, steps through on the steal. No, tipped up in the air. Grappled by Trout, left short corner, Babcock, no. Petty comes down with it left-handed and is foul. 11th team foul by the Blue Comets. Double bonus for the Dragons. Petty to the stripe. Boosie hit the three-pointer late in the fourth to force overtime. And then how about double overtime? Down 4, right wing three-pointer with the defender in your grill. Boosie has no reservations for embarrassing people. Kidd goes midcourt, Pinamani goes midcourt, Casper goes midcourt, as does Matlock. Petty kicks up her left leg. Free throw good. She is 3 of 4 from the stripe currently, preparing to shoot her 5th attempt. Smoot will sub out with Trout. On the floor for the Comets, it will be Babcock, Bogle, Boosie, Thompson, and Rollins. Petty twirls the ball in her hand. Second free throw good. She is 4 of 5 from the stripe, 29 points. 1 point away from 30, which would be her career high. She's already exceeded her career high and set a new one tonight at 29. It was originally 25. Wheeling inside is Rollins. Finds Babcock. Rainbow three. That's rebounded by Petty, but going out of bounds, attempting to save it was Bogle. Casper to inbound. Left side of the hoop. Slaps the leather in between her gloves. Scans. Gets it inbound to Matlock. Double team as she's in the corner. Casper gets it back in the open floor. Petty now with numbers. 3-on-2. Bounce pass. Kidd open. Swishes it. 6 of 10 from the field for Kidd. A 5-point lead for the Dragons. A minute 19 to go. Chanute not wanting to waste a valuable effort by the entirety of the group. Babcock finds Thompson right block, and she'll finish. 21 for Thompson, and a timeout on the floor. 68-65 is the score. Dragons lead by 3. $1:12 left in the contest. We are back in 30 ticks with your home of Purple Dragon Athletics, ESPN 100.7.
The true test of a great insurance agency comes when you suffer a loss. It's easy to take your premiums, but Ray Ryan of Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh knows that handling your claim is the most important service an insured needs.
Claim is our chance to let the customer know that we'll be out there, not just that we sold them a policy, we'll also be there when a claim occurs to make sure it gets handled in an honest, respectable way.
Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh, a trusted choice agency. Find them fast in names and numbers.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
An exhilarating girls ball game inside of the Chanute High School gymnasium. Double overtime action, 68-65. The Purple Dragons seeking their first victory on the season, but have been met with this nearly immovable obstacle in the Chanute Blue Comets, who trailed by 15. They battled back, forcing the first overtime and then a second overtime. Casper slaps the ball far side of the court. The offense going from right to left on your dial. Petty was there, but it's thrown away. Babcock saves and nearly a backcourt violation. 3-point contest. A minute to go in the ballgame. Boosie left wing will patrol and maneuver to the right wing. Goes to the right block. Fakes a spin inside the lane. Babcock up fake. Free throw line. Thought about pulling up inside of the key. Instead finds Trout. Right corner. Boosie defended by Sophia Pinamani in a foul. 18th foul committed by the Dragons, and that is the third on Pinamani, which will put Boosie at the free throw line. She has struggled, 1 of 5.
And I honestly don't think that's a bad foul, Cameron, to be honest with you. Only get 2 shots here, and it's 1-and-1, so.
Boosie sets, flicks, good. She is shooting her 6th and 7th shots from the bar tonight. Now 2 of 6, can go 3 of 7 here and bring it within 1. Boosie dips down, springs up, that's good. She has 11. It has been the impetus for tonight's comeback, as she has been extremely gritty, has not given up, has made sure to encourage her teammates nonstop. Her stats may not reflect that performance, but man, she has been great. Casper inbounds. She finds Kidd to Petty. Petty, 46 ticks left. Will go inside the lane. Ball poked loose. Petty recovers, and Petty will teeter along the baseline, and it is a foul on Taylor Thompson. Free throws for Petty with 44 seconds left. She has 2 coming up, as that is the 12th team foul committed by Chanute. Petty could hit the 30-point mark for the first time in her young career, just a freshman, getting her first varsity start on Saturday. 25 points last week, a season high, and 30 points tonight. As she is 5 of 6 from the stripe, she can go 6 of 7 here in just a second with this second free throw. Rollins, Thomas, sub in. Petty, 2 of 2. Thompson to inbound, sending on the Chanute lettering towards the near side baseline. 40 ticks left, 3-point gain, 70-67. Babcock, left wing, Thompson, up fake, good, up fake, scooping it back to Bogle. Bogle has Petty on her left tip as she is undersized at 5 feet. Petty's just able to control where she goes. Rollins mishandles the ball. She's at the left wing, now to the top of the key. She zigzags as Babcock gets in left corner 3 by Bogle, up and down!
Holy
Shayla Bogle ties it up. 70s. 13 seconds left. Casper, half court, finds Kidd, skips it. Petty, 8 seconds left. Euro step, finishes! Excellent response. 72-70. Rollins finds Boosie, steps into it. Half court heave. No! And the Dragons come away with their first victory of the season on a nail biter. 72-70.
Holy moly. How about that?
An ineffable game. You can use any adjectives you want and it will not summarize how much fun that game was. 72-70. How about Madden Petty and Abby Casper combining for 41 of the team's 70 points? And my goodness, or excuse me, of the 72 points. And Chanute just fought valiantly. Absolutely valiantly in a gritty effort from Boosie, Thompson, and Smoot. What a stellar performance from Dustin Fox's girls. You have to tip your cap to them if you are the Purple Dragons. As Coach Chris Krotz's group, led by as much as 15, saw that lead squandered. It somehow, in double overtime, came away with a victory because of the heroics from the freshmen in Petty. We are back in 2 minutes with final statistics here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
Are you tired of all those confusing checking account options? The Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union makes your choice simple. We only have one option. Our checking account has no monthly fees, and if you maintain a $2,000 minimum balance, we pay you interest. Get the Credit Union Advantage at 416 North Broadway or call 620-231-5719 for more information. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA up to $250,000.
The true test of a great insurance agency comes when you suffer a loss. It's easy to take your premium. Ray Ryan of Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh knows that handling your claim is the most important service an insured needs.
Claim is our chance to let the customer know that we'll be out there, not just that we sold them a policy, we'll also be there when a claim occurs to make sure it gets handled in an honest, respectable way.
Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh, a trusted choice agency. Find them fast in names and numbers.
Customer first, safety always. It's not just the tagline, it's what's the way. By focusing on safety, each and every day they build a future by
We care about your health. From a qualified and caring staff to services like our On My Bed provides personalized service you can have. Refill prescriptions online at LindberghPharmacy.com or on your smartphone with our free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile app. You can also sign up for our text alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
Everyone was in for a treat here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7. It was the Pittsburgh High School girls basketball team earning their first victory of the year in a roundabout manner. They led by as much as 15 points conceded the lead to the Chanute Blue Comets in the fourth quarter of action before tying it up, and then went into double overtime. The Dragons relying on their freshman Madden Petty to supply 31 points in a 2-point 72-70 victory. Let's quickly go over the statistics, beginning with the Dragons. Johnson with 2, Zoe Penamani with 2, 6 points for Matlock, 14 points, 10 rebounds for Caitlin Kidd, her first double-double of the season. Odell, 2 points, 3 points for Sophia Penamani, Abby Casper, 10, and then 31 points for Madden Petty. And then as for Dustin Fox's 0-6 Chanute Blue Comets, which is bitter to say, but that team fought so much tonight. You have to commend them for the resiliency, trailing by double digits throughout most of the ball game and battling back. Taylor Thompson, 2 points, great defense from her as well. Corey Babcock, 8 points. Tori Boosie with 11, 2 from Trout, 2 from Jacket. Madison Thompson, the leading lady for the Blue Comets, 21 points, 12 points for Smoot off the bench, 8 for Vogel, and then 1 for Molly Rollins, and then 4 for Michaela Schonifer, who was in foul trouble most of the second half. Final score, 72-70. And now the boys' contest, just a couple minutes away. We are 15 minutes out, but it won't seem like that long. After a 2-minute commercial break, Coach Kylie Rolfs, as well as Max Ruart of the Chanute Blue Comets, will greet everybody with an interview. We'll be right back here on your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
It's that time of year, Christmas shopping. Stop by Jocksnitch to get your Christmas list checked off. All new Adidas and Nike arrivals that look so cozy for men and women. Jocksnitch Sporting Goods has new Brooks and Adidas tennis shoes arriving daily. 'Tis the season for leggings and half-zips. Many brands and schools to offer to get your list done. Jocksnitch Sporting Goods in downtown Pittsburg and Parsons has everything you need to shrink that Christmas list.
You got the sports look of today. Sporting Goods from Jocksnitch.
Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
Now accepting new clients. At the Pet Care and Surgery Center, Dr. James Clark believes all of our pets deserve kind, humane, and loving treatment. From a simple checkup or rabies vaccination to performing major surgery. Plus, Dr. Clark has boarding, grooming, nutrition, and wellness checkups. Dr. James Clark can provide that loving member of your family with the treatment they deserve. Call 620-308-6454 to set up an appointment or simply visit petcarecenter.org. Pet Care and Surgery, making a difference.
Bittner Motors is proud to announce that it is now Pittsburgh's new dealer for the Hustler line of zero-turn lawnmowers. Hustler has manufactured its trademark yellow mower for over 50 years, with each mower being built right here in the U.S. Hustler combines the innovative American spirit with a do-it-right work ethic to produce the best line of zero-turn mowers on the market. Call Mike Bittner at 620-232-1530 or stop by today at 1018 North Broadway in Pittsburgh to check out the Hustler line of zero-turn mowers. Hustler Mowers, made in America at Bittner Motors, Pittsburgh.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
Hello, and we welcome you back to ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters. Cam Molina, joined by Pittsburgh High School boys basketball coach Kylie Rolfs. Coach, long week last week, Independence High School on Tuesday, then you traveled to Parsons on Friday before participating in the Webb City Invitational at Webb City High School on Saturday. Took on a stellar Parkview team. Can you just touch on the week as a whole?
Well, it was a fast-paced week. It's kind of a blur, to be honest with you, especially after we didn't play for about 10 days. It was just it's been an interesting start to our season with the schedule and those kind of things, and it's just been hard to kind of put your head, wrap your head around everything, and get your thoughts right about everything. But that part is now over. Now we got to get ready for a game tomorrow night at Chanute. So,
Coach, just to touch on Saturday again, you took on a Parkview Viking team, very talented. Landon Cornish has done a stellar job over there. Your boys competed very well against the Vikings. Only lost by 4 points. What were your impressions of the contest?
Well, my impressions were we lost by 4 points, and we needed to, we could have done some things to get that win. So, and that has been no disrespect to them. at all. We just didn't play, well enough to get the job done. I thought there was a lot of things defensively we could have been a little bit better at, and we're struggling shooting the ball right now a little bit, and so that played a factor. But there was definitely, they're a high-quality team without a question. So there's no disrespect to them at all. But at the same time, we're not, the fact that we played them close and competed with them and lost by only 4 points is not a moral victory to us. We feel like there are some things we could have done to get that job done, but we didn't.
And you touch on the aspect of moral victories. Are there any moral victories for your team that's in a prime position to make a run at state?
Well, no, and I say no to that without really talking about the prime position to make a run at state. I mean, we're 4 games into our season. That's the last thing we need to be worried about is that. But no, there aren't moral victories. I mean, we need to go out and compete at a high level every night, and we know what we need to do to be successful. We just got to make sure we go out and do them for extended periods of time. And unfortunately, on Friday and Saturday, we didn't do that, and it ended up costing us a couple basketball games.
Coach, in the Parkview game, and I'm not trying to bring about any sort of a negative aspect or negative connotation to it, but Javon Grant, a young player midway through the game, gets a technical. Can you just talk about how that's a learning lesson for everybody on your team?
Well, it should be, and those are things, again, that that isn't anything that all of a sudden happens and then we talk about it in our program. We talk about those kind of things in our program. Our guys know the expectations, and unfortunately those things still do happen, and when they happen, we deal with them, and hopefully it is a learning experience, just like many other things that happen on Friday and Saturday. Hopefully it will be learning experiences for us, but we deal with those kind of things. Our guys, I think, understand our expectations. We deal with, like I said, we deal with them, and then we move on and try to make sure that we have learned from them. They don't happen again.
Currently talking with Pittsburg High School boys basketball coach Kylie Rolls. Coach, and I understand that shooting has been a bit difficult lately for some of your guys, but offensively outside of that, your team looks to be taking high percentage shots in the front court, down low in the post. In addition, against Parkview, you guys shot fairly effectively from the free throw line. Can you touch on both of those aspects of your offensive game?
Well, I mean, that's kind of our expectation. I mean, we know we can score inside. We know we can shoot the ball very well from the perimeter. As I told you after the last couple games, when there was all the concerns about free throws and legitimately so, because we didn't shoot them very well at all, I still felt like the whole time that we are a good free throw shooting team. I knew we could, that we would be better than that, and we were on Saturday. That doesn't guarantee anything moving forward, but I am very confident in our skill level and in our ability to put the ball in the basket. We just haven't done it as consistently as we need to here in our recent games, and hopefully we'll be better at that moving forward.
Can you talk about the resiliency of some of those guys who have been missing their shots, and for shooters, how to break out of those slumps?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're guys that can shoot the ball. We don't have guys out there shooting shots that they can't make. I mean, we have guys shooting the ball that can shoot the ball, and so you just you got to keep trusting them. The important thing is that you got to keep trusting themselves, and so their teammates play a part in that, and making sure they keep trusting them and letting them know that they still have faith in them and everything else. But it's really just a matter of just clearing your mind, going out and playing, getting into the game by competing and playing on both ends of the floor. And when you can shoot the ball, those things, eventually those things even out and the ball go in the basket. It just sometimes takes a little longer than other times.
Another SEK matchup, Coach, take on Chanute. Can you touch on them and what you expect from the team?
Well, we play over there for one thing, and they are it's a tough place to play. They're a good team at home without a doubt. They have guys that can shoot it from multiple positions. That's probably one of our biggest concerns going into tomorrow night is their ability to get their feet set and shoot it off the pass out of multiple positions. So we're going to have to be very solid defensively. We need to be solid with our pressure and limit those opportunities. Limit the opportunities where they get a chance to get those feet set and get a good look at the basket. We need to have solid pressure on them and make sure that the rebounding does not become a factor on either end. We need to make sure that we get to the glass on both ends and try to dictate things starting there.
Once again, that was the Pittsburg High School boys basketball coach Kylie Rolls. We'll be back with ESPN 100.7 Your Sports headquarters in 30 seconds.
Customer first, safety always. It's not just a tagline, it's the Watco way. By focusing on safety, each and every day they build a future by protecting their customers, team members, community, and the environment. When Watco moves commodities by rail, river, and road, at home or across North America and Australia, their priority is to ensure that they deliver their loads safely and on time. Watco wishes all area teams a safe and successful season.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when I learned CDL does more than just electrical work. Like plumbing, heat and air, security cameras and alarms, generators, solar panels, even signs for my business. CDL really is one company that has a solution for about everything in my home and business. Learn more at cdlsolution.com.
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins with SEK Urgent Care. When you're sick, when you're injured, or when you just don't feel like yourself, SEK Urgent Care is here for you. Let our skilled providers treat your non-life-threatening illness or injury at a fraction of the time and cost of an ER visit. Located at the corner of Centennial and Broadway in the Meadowbrook Commons, open 7 days a week for your convenience. SEK Urgent Care, where your family and time matter. Find us fast on names and numbers.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
Hello, and we welcome you back to ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters. Cam Molina, joined by Chanute boys basketball coach Max Roark. Coach, struggling so far this season, but you have been hit with the injury bug. How impressive you've been with some of your reserves and some of the guys who may not have had a lot of varsity time over the last couple of years, stepping into some unfamiliar roles.
Well, you know, it's anytime you face that kind of adversity, it's always important for guys to be able to step up, and we're asking guys to do some things that they're not familiar with or as comfortable with. And so, for us to, for us to be able to go out there and compete, and you know, then pleased with the effort of our guys, we just need to make sure that we get a little better and shore up some of the more fundamental things out there. And so that's one of the things we've been talking about and trying to focus on in practice, is improving those fundamental problems that we've been having, and trying to keep our energy level high at the same time.
And Coach, can you expand on that energy level? I know when a team starts to be ravaged by the injury bug and illnesses start to befall some of your players, morale can get low. What have you seen from your guys in practice and on the floor?
Well, that's the big thing, is we just talk to our guys about playing hard and trying to compete. You know, you can't. There's certain things that we can't control. You know, guys getting sick, guys getting hurt. Those are such things that are outside of our realm of control. But we can, you know, dictate how hard we play and the energy that we choose to play with. And so those are the types of things that we're trying to focus on and make sure that that we're taking care of on our end. The other things that those other things we can't control, but we can definitely control how hard we play and the energy level and those communication and stuff like that we have on the floor. And so we're really stressing and trying to make sure that we're getting that taken care of.
Coach, already 5 games into the season, and your resume has been filled with high-caliber opponents. You played Heston earlier on this season, Labette County. You played Friday. You've already played another league opponent in Fort Scott. Can you just touch on the learning experiences from your guys just by playing a lot of these talented opponents?
Yeah, like I said, we've had a lot of guys playing in different spots and new spots for them. And so the learning curve has, been quick. And a lot of guys that are playing extended varsity minutes who haven't, been there before. And so we've seen some really good things at times. The biggest issue that we've seen is just been our lack of inconsistency. We'll have some really good possessions in a row, and then we have some, bad possessions that we string together in a row. And so we just got to, as the year goes on, we're going to keep stressing to those guys that don't want, that's the biggest thing. Those guys gain experience. You hope start getting some more consistency. And I think for us, that's going to be huge, and trying to get those guys, more comfortable. We had a guy the other night, we had some players sick, and he was playing a spot that he just didn't have time, and even in practice. That's just the way it goes this time of the year. And until we get some of those guys healthy and feeling better and able to get out there and play, we got to make do and go compete the best we can with what we have. So we just haven't you don't get much of a break at all in this league at all anyway. So we've just been tasked with some of the higher ranked opponents in our league, and it's been really good for us to play that competition. And going down the stretch will make us better in the long run.
Currently talking with Chanute boys basketball coach Max Ruark. Coach, you mentioned some of the ailments that have befallen your team, but subsequently you've had guys playing at a position, as you mentioned, some players having less than a 24-hour turnaround to learn that spot. You talked to me prior to the interview about Bryson Ellis, your 5'10 junior, having to play that center role. Can you talk about your guys and how they've been able to adjust to those roles that maybe they're not used to?
Yeah, they've approached it with the right attitude. They don't complain about it. They understand what it is, and Bryson's had to play there all year. We've had we have one guy that has some height on the team, and everybody else does not. To be frank with you, and so he's had to learn a new spot, and he's getting better at it. You saw some growth even in practice yesterday. Him doing some things that we've been talking about, and Mike Edwards, another guy. He's going to have to step up and play quite a bit for us tonight. And, playing kind of a four, when he's grown up his whole life kind of playing more of a guard spot. And it's not so much offensively what he's doing is going to be different, but on the defensive end of the floor, he's just asked to do things a little bit differently. And again, there's a learning curve for some of that stuff. And so we just have to, we have to understand that as coaches, understand that we're putting guys in tough positions. But, and those guys understand that as well, but they got to go compete and go play hard. And that's the key for us. You can make up for a lot of lack of a lot of things if you just hustle and go hard and try to do things as well as you can do them, especially early in the year. Everybody is going to be battling different types of stuff, and I know we're not the only team that's going to be battling sicknesses and injuries. So we just got to go out there and play as hard as we can and try to beat whoever's in front of you that night.
Well, Coach, in front of you tonight will be the Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons. What have you seen from them? They've dropped 2 straight, obviously hungry from a win. What do you guys need to do tonight to win?
Contain them as well as you can. They've got, they're nice. There's a reason they were picked to win the league, and they won it last year. They bring basically everybody back. They've got a nice mixture of inside and outside players, so they can play and beat you in a lot of different ways. We're just going to have to try to force them into tough shots, try to limit them to 1 shot on the glass, and make sure that on the offensive end of the floor we can execute and get good shots, and hopefully knock them down. We've struggled to shoot the ball this year, even though I think we've gotten good shots a lot of the games. So we just have to make sure that when we get those good looks, knock those things down, and hope they're not shooting as well tonight. So that always helps.
Once again, that was Max Ruark, head boys basketball coach of the Chanute Blue Comets. We will be back to ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters, in 30 seconds.
Advanced technology, comprehensive quality care. That's Canar Eye Care. We have the newest technology, but we never lose sight of what's most important, our patients. Eye care has changed dramatically in recent years, and we've been there for you every step of the way. At Canar Eye Care, patients spend time with doctors. Total eye care from contact lenses, including bifocal contacts, treatment of disease, and surgical co-management. Canar Eye Care, the clear choice.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Are you tired of all those confusing checking account options? The Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union makes your choice simple. We only have one option. Our checking account has no monthly fees, and if you maintain a $2,000 minimum balance, we pay you interest. Get the Credit Union Advantage at 416 North Broadway or call 620-231-5719 for more information. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA up to $250,000.
If you are injured in an accident or on the job, it is vitally important that you hire the right attorney. Before choosing an attorney, you should make sure they have the resources to fight large corporations or insurance companies. Your attorney should have extensive trial court experience and a track record of success. The Spigarelli Law Firm, with offices in Pittsburg and Coffeyville, has the experience, resources, and reputation to provide the quality representation your claim deserves. Fred Spigarelli has received the top rating from his peers with the Martindale-Hubbell Independent Rating System. His firm has the resources to hire the experts and physicians needed to properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
Let's go back live courtside.
And a merry welcome back to Chanute High School alongside Avi Sharma. Shelby White back at our KSHQ studio. I'm Cam Molina. The Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons ready for an SEK tilt against their foe and the Chanute Blue Comets. Kylie Rolfs and his Purple Dragons, an uncharacteristic two-game losing skid following the Parkview on Saturday, and then Friday a stunner to the Parsons Vikings, 69-66. And as for the Chanute Blue Comets, 1-4 on the season, led by Max Ruark. This club looking for their first SEK win of the season. Let's quickly go over the starting rotations tonight. Let's meet Chase Curtis for the Purple Dragons, the starting senior forward, followed by Drew Rolfs, Gavin Elkamill, the sophomore guard, Marquis English, and Jarrett Butcher. As for this Blue Comet team, it is Bryson Ellis, Michael Aylward, Mason Manbeck, Matt Hernandez, and Corbett Kimberlin. Avi, to begin, Pittsburg High School, again, it's been a rare, unique two-game skid, losing to an SEK opponent in the Parsons Vikings. As young as they are talented. And then Parkview, the Webb City Invitational. Those two games have really been a test of this team's grit and how they're able to maintain that tenacity and that desire to win throughout a ball game, and it just seemed like it petered out last Friday and Saturday. One cause of that has been the offense, and the three-point shooting has just not been very good, to say the least.
Well, and Cameron, one of the main things is, you and Coach Ross both talked about it, he said, which team are we going to play as? Are we going to play the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons, or are we going to play this team that just does whatever they want to? And whenever they play as the Purple Dragons, they play pretty darn good. They run the offense very well, and things happen. But when you're trailing or you have that one player who just wants to take over the team, it doesn't work out for these guys. And they've seen that time and time and again now, back-to-back games specifically. So we'll see if they can turn that around.
English and Aylward will jump. English wins. He has about a 6-inch height difference on him. And immediately it is a zone defense shown by the Parsons Vikings. Butcher dribbling with his right hand just outside the circle, slings it over, left wing, English inside the key, fall away two, no good, and a tough rebound by Aylward. Aylward, after the one-hand grappling rebound, it's in the midst of Hernandez. Hernandez dribbles with his left hand before forking it back to the left wing. Dribbling will be Manbeck. Manbeck crosses over from right to left to right. Curtis on him. This is a very undersized Chanute team. Their starting center in Aylward is 6'10". Power dribble by Ellis. He goes right into the chest of Butcher and draws contact and a foul.
Yeah, you're right. Undersized is the correct word. Cameron, you said the injuries have hurt this team very much, and they're going to have a tough time keeping Chase Curtis and Marquis English out of the paint.
Hernandez slaps the ball with his right mid. The sphere is input in play as Curtis will come up with the steal instead of an inbounds to Ellis in the far side corner. Butcher, left wing, tries to go with a darting pass over into the chest of English. Left block slapped out of bounds. Good recovery by Ellis following the turnover. It will be a baseline inbound. Line set from the left corner all the way to the right corner. English will fade to the left elbow. Ball right corner three is up and down, and Drew Rolfs has been really looking for some consistency from deep, as he has been one of the players who has struggled from behind the arc. Bounce pass, right wing, double team. Elkamill and Butcher defending Hernandez, and a foul. And if that is a foul on Butcher, that would be 2 on him, I believe.
Yeah, that's 2 quick early fouls, and just like that, the freshman in Grant has got to step in and come in for him.
Javon Grant, 7 points against Parkview, and also played a pivotal role against Parsons. This team lost to Parkview 64-60 and really battled back after trailing by as much as 15 points. Curtis comes out to defend the perimeter, forcing back the likes of Kimberlin. Left wing with his back to the basket is Manbeck. Manbeck picks up his dribble as Grant is right in his grill. Near side wing, Aylward darts the ball to the top of the key. Kimberlin about 2 steps away from the top of the break. Rolfs defending Kimberlin. Kimberlin wanting to organize his team and run a play. Uses his right hand to conduct the offense. His pointer finger forcing the likes of Manbeck to go over to the right corner. Pull up, Kimberlin 2, which was challenged. Rebound, ball poked up. English is unable to handle it the first go around, but is able to rebound the second time through. In transition, attacking baseline is Grant, left side of the floor, and is fouled on his way up, and will go to the free throw line.
That'll be Kimberlin on the foul. It's his first. But Cameron, you mentioned it right when Rolfs hit that. It's a sigh of relief for him. It's good because he's been struggling from the three-point line, so good for him to get the first 3 out.
It's actually an inbound from the baseline. Curtis receives the pass and is able to finish in the post. Score 5-0. Dragons lead at 2 minutes into the ball game against the Chanute Blue Comets. Picking up his dribble midcourt is Manbeck. He tries to go with a slinging sidearm pass to Ellis, who was cutting up from the right corner, but instead it's out of bounds, and an early timeout is used by head coach Max Roark. We will step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Humble Purple Dragon Athletics, ESPN 100.7.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
The Dragons over the last 2 contests, 8-29 from downtown. They have not shot very efficiently from behind the arc. Drew Rolfs and Jarek Butcher, 2 of many who have struggled from deep, but Drew Rolfs hitting an early 3, 5-point lead for the Dragons, under 6 to go in the first. English right corner before ejecting the ball just outside the right wing where Grant is at. Attacking right baseline is Elkamil, inside right-hand shot, swirls around the rim, does not go in. Rebound by Aylward. Curtis hangs back, slaps it out of bounds. It will be Blue Comet basketball. Inbounding from the left side of the hoop towards the far side baseline is Aylward. Aylward in the backcourt finds Kimberlin. Kimberlin defended by the freshman in Grant. Pass fake by Aylward. Left wing, Manbeck goes inside, chucks up a shot and a block committed by Elkamil. Already 3 team fouls committed by the Dragon, 2 on Butcher, 1 on Elkamil. To the free throw line goes Manbeck, and I believe that will be a theme tonight. An aggressive Chanute bunch trying to get inside, force fouls, and get to the line as early and as often as possible. The white sneaker wearing Manbeck knocks down his first free throw for Chanute's first points of the night. Second opportunity goes up in a beautiful form by Manbeck to make the score 5-2. Dragons up 3. 5:30 left in the first quarter. Rolfs following a skip pass from Elkamil's on the left wing. Rotates it at the point to Curtis. Curtis lowers himself to the shallow portion of the baseline. Elkamil receives a pass to the right wing. Rolfs looks high post. Finds Curtis. English, easy spin move inside the lane. He cannot convert. Offensive rebound by Curtis. Goes straight back up in size. Already a huge problem for this Chanute team, being out-rebounded and out-muscled down low. Ball chucked away before being tipped up in the air and out of bounds. It will remain Chanute basketball, as Ellis will sub out. It will be Briley Peavy subbing in for the Blue Comets. Hernandez inbounds. Z throws a beadline pass in the backcourt to Peavy. Across the timeline, thought about crossing over from left to right. It's Hernandez, far side wing, being defended by Elkamil. Has a step on Elkamil. Hernandez goes with the lob shot, does not go. Rebound by English, his second of the contest. English controlling the offensive tempo as he finds Elkamil. Elkamil lowers his right shoulder as he slides through the outside of the left block and is fouled on his way to the rim. It is a foul in the process of shooting. He goes to the free throw line. Second team foul committed by the Blue Comets. It is the first on Aylward. Elko has been a steady offensive hand for this Purple Dragon team. 14 points against the Springfield, Missouri-based team in Parkview on Saturday. First free throw is good from Elko as he's shooting his first and second attempts of the night. Coach Rolfs and company looking to go above 500 on the season at 3-2. Elko goes 1-2 from the stripe. Ball goes off the heel of the iron, and a good rebound by the fouling Aylward. Pressure still in the backcourt. Rolfs comes to greet Hernandez near the left block towards the far end of the court. Aylman lobs it up, 10-second rule. 8-2 is the score, 6-point lead for the Dragons, 4:30 left in the first frame of action. Grant to inbound, and Elko will interchange with Grant instead. Grant wearing a left shin brace. Ball kicked out right wing before it's forked to the left corner. English looks, down ball screen set by Curtis. Left corner is Rolfs. Curtis gets it back to the basket, rips through, he uses his shoulder, and that is an offensive foul. Good defensive stand by Kimberlin, who's about 6 foot, 6'1". Curtis is about 6'5", but used those elbows too aggressively and bopped him right in the mouth. Inbound far side of the court for the white-cladded blue Comets wearing their home uniforms with sky blue numerals in lettering trimmed with black. Beautiful darting pass from Kimberlin to a curling Aylward for the right-hand finish. How about Kimberlin with the zip on that one? The fastball results in 2. 4-point lead for the Dragons, 8-4 midway through the first. Rolfs inside the break. English, right block, fadeaway 2, and it's a beautiful shot. English wanted to reset the offense as he was about 4 steps away from inside of the key and knocked down the 12-footer. Near the midcourt line, Hernandez, he looks. Press coming up from behind. Elko thought about diving and saving the sphere as Rolfs is able to jar the ball loose from behind the ball handling Hernandez. 10-4 the score, Dragons up 6, 3:55 left in the first period. Inbound towards the near side of the court. On the navy blue baseline with light blue Chanute lettering. Picking up his dribble free throw line is Kimberlin, and then a travel by Aylman, and then a late swat by English. And Coach Rolfs is telling everybody to pass the ball on the offensive end as it kind of seems like a one-man band each time the Dragons come down to the opposite end of the floor. Grant hanging out near the near side of the court key before he gets the inbounds pass from Curtis. Dragons going left to right offensively on your radio dial. Skip pass, Elko left corner. 3-ball is up and he sinks it. Elko able to drill the trifecta. The Dragons 2-2 to start from downtown. And a whistle blows.
Just for the net.
So the net being adjusted after the silky smooth 3 from Elko. 13-4 the score. Dragons up 9, 3:30 left in the first. Hernandez, left elbow, far end of the court. Scans, continues to prospect. Ball poked up. Curtis dives for it, and as he lurched, he was tripped up by Alex Crum, who just subbed in for the Blue Comets.
I think that one's off Crum.
And it was off Crum. Purple Dragon basketball. It will be a near side out. Curtis to Grant. Right corner Rolfs. Right short corner English. Ball above his head before he swings it over Grant. Quick fast pitch over left wing. Elko right back to Grant. Great ball movement by this Dragon team as they're looking baseline. A little bit of high-low action. Curtis looked for English, who is cutting from the right elbow to the block, but instead it's broken up by Kimberlin. Stolen. Crum attacks baseline. Goes straight up through the hands of Curtis. The ball was deterred just enough. Third rebound of the night by English, who's leading the break. Kicks out, right wing, Rolfs, transition trifecta is up, and how about Rolfs? 2-2 to start the contest from deep. The Dragons 3 of 3, as they went 2 of 13 last ball game. Attacking on the break is Peavy, but Peavy, as he chucked up a shot, missed. Rolfs with the rebound. Rolfs, his first rebound of the contest. Rolfs, who fades over to the left corner after the pass, has hit 3 straight trifectas. Drew Rolfs, 9 points, and the coach's son receives a slap on his chest by the father. 19-4 is the score of the Dragons with a 15-point lead. Drew Rolfs with 9 of the team's 19. 2:37 remaining in the first period of play, and we are back in 30 seconds with your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
When you get engaged, you need to pay for the wedding. When you have a baby, you need to start that college savings account. It seems like the best moments in life can come with some real financial challenges. What's yours? At Commerce Bank, we find solutions so you can focus on enjoyment. Visit us online at commercebank.com or at a branch near you. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
Let's go back live courtside.
The Dragons, who have shot themselves into several ruts this season, early on against the Chanute Blue Comets in an SEK tilt, have hit 4 3-pointers, 100% from downtown as Drew Rolfs 3 of 3 from behind the break, 9 points and a rebound, and his club leading by 15, 19-4 with 2:30 remaining in the first frame of action. Avi Sharma, Shelby White back at our KSHQ studio. Cam Molina with you for this Friday night contest. Purple Dragons dropping 2 in a row. Not very traditional for a Kylie Rolfs-led group, but looking to bounce back against this SEK squad. English and Rolfs were trying to lull the offense to sleep and then brought the half-court press. Ball moving around very fast. Kimberlin left corner 3, did not want to get it out that quick. Misses the shot, but a good rebound inside by Ellis following a long board. Ellis, speaking of which, takes 2 steps inside following a power dribble, keeps the ball above his head and scores. Offense continues to move at a hectic pace for the Dragons. Deep 3, Rolfs with a heat check, and that one bounces off the window.
That was a heat check shot there for sure.
Isaac Leverin subbing in for the Dragons. Kimberlin picks up his dribble free throw line, tipped away by Elkamil. Good defense by the Dragons to recover. 19-6 is the score. Purple Dragons up 13 in a substitution as Aylward will sub in. Ellis will sub out. Far side out in front of the Chanute student section for Hernandez, who scans. As he prospects, he finds an open target in the backcourt in PV. Grant reaches, and that is the 15th foul committed by the Dragons.
The freshman knows he overextended right there. And Coach Rolfs and everybody on the bench just clapping, loving the aggressiveness, but a little too much aggressiveness.
Kimberlin about 3 steps away from the midcourt line, defended by Rolfs, dribbling offhand, pulls up on the 2 and sinks it. That one clangs home as Kimberlin is able to notch his first basket of the night. Right wing, Rolfs defended stingily before he works it over left wing, left corner. Grant, hesitation, goes baseline, bounce pass, Leverage, interchanges, Grant right corner 3, cannot schwack it home, rebound by Kimberlin, a good track down. Hernandez, far side wing, left corner, wide open trifecta, glances off the orange. Aylward's 3 was short. Rebound by English, who goes coast to coast on the lay-in. How about Marquis English, who now has 4 points, 4 rebounds. He is paving the way for a double-double. Kimberlin is able to go with a sidearm swift pass to an open Crum before the ball stolen away. Rolfs has a man on his hip in Kimberlin. Hernandez comes away with the steal as the ball was stripped away from Rolfs by Kimberlin. Kimberlin dribbling with his dominant right hand, pulls up, right hand deuce, high off the window, does not go. Offensive rebound, does not mesh well with 4 different Purple Dragons be there. Elkamil goes behind the back in transition, in and out move, and he gets PV to slip, and that is met with some exciting oohs and ahs from the Purple Dragon fan section. 21-8 the score, 25 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Dragons leading it by 13. Rolfs, Elkamil at the point from the apex of the key. Rolfs interchanges with Grant, who stands near midcourt with the Comic Sans script that spells out Comets. White trim, light blue coloring. Elkamil, deep left wing 3, can't get it. Leverage tries to track it down. It looks like he pushed Kimberlin in the back. Leverage saying that it was touched by Hernandez on the 3-pointer, but I don't think that shot was short by any means. It will be Manbeck checking back in. Petey will sub out. Crum will stay in. 3.5 seconds left in the first. 13-point lead for the Dragons. Hernandez looks. Swiftly gets the ball inbounds. Aylward has to chuck it up, and it is a block by English, but a whistle blown. And Coach Rolfs can't believe it. His palms are faced up, and he's looking at the official saying, how is that a foul? English had all ball on that one. Regardless, it will be 3 free throws for Aylward. First one is no good. Very surprising call. Aylward has a chance to bring it within 11 points. His second free throw good. He has one more awaiting him. Third free throw is up and good. So 10 first quarter points for the Chanute Blue Comets. 21-10 is the score. Dragons lead it. We are back in 30 ticks with your home of Purple Dragon Athletics, ESPN 100.7.
No one wants to file for bankruptcy, but a wage garnishment can make it hard to pay the rent, pay the pharmacy, or even feed the family. Bankruptcy can be a viable option to help families cope with unfortunate and unforeseen financial hardship. Call Steve Stockert at Wilbert & Towner, 620-231-5620 for a consultation to find out if bankruptcy is the right choice for you and your family. Call today. Wilbert & Towner, a full-service law firm, 620-231-5620. We are a debt relief agency, helping people find the relief they need in bankruptcy.
Let's go back live courtside.
11-point lead for the Dragons. It seems like an effortless first quarter of play. As Drew Rolfs notched 9 points, he went 3 of 4 from downtown, but the Blue Comets, right before the buzzer sound, were able to draw a foul as Marquis English, and he really didn't even have to do it, stuck his right hand up to block Aylward. Had all sphere, but instead it was called a foul. Aylward went 2 of 3 from the stripe, and it is now, instead of being a 13-point game, is an 11-point game. The Dragons defense has been playing well, but you have to keep in mind that this is a Chanute team that has lost many players due to injury and illness, including Ty Bowman, their 6'5" forward and quarterback on the football team. Kimberlin, near side wing extended, as the Chanute offense goes from right to left on your radio dial. Curtis defending Kimberlin. Kimberlin, his back to the basket. Hernandez left wing. Kimberlin interchanges with him. Hernandez dive bombs inside, but after the torpedoing right-hand floater not going, it is Elkamil with the rebound. Elkamil finds English deep too strong. Kimberlin is able to grapple the board. Kimberlin and company wanting to push the pace, finding an open cutter in Ellis on the break. Ball swatted away by Ellis and recovering it in Manbeck. Manbeck saves it. Kimberlin at the point from the apex, the crown of the arc. Hernandez works the ball around. Right back to the left wing. 3-point jump shot. Good from Manbeck. Manbeck with 5 in the contest, 21-13 to score, back to a single-digit contest. Grant right wing looks for the curling Elkamil as he flashes to the point. English outside the perimeter, and it's just going to be Curtis on the left block, and that will be a 5-out set. Leverage, right corner, back to Grant. Grant with the ball at waist level, rotates it to English, and now Curtis will go back to the basket. He's immediately double-teamed, and the ball's poked loose, nearly stolen away, and it was last touched by Curtis, and the Purple Dragons. English really telegraphed that. I don't know why he thought that was a good decision, but Alex Kafka comes onto the floor. English will go to the bench to catch a breather. 6:40 left in the first half. 21-13 is the score. Chanute trailing. Hernandez with the sphere, currently being pounded by his left hand. Crosses over left to right with his gray Nike shoes. Picks up his dribble, left corner, up fake by Manbeck. Picks up his dribble before relocating the ball outside of the break, where he finds the open Hernandez. Kimberlin hop step in the lane, tries to draw the contact, foul away. 1 foot flamingo shot goes. 4 points for Kimberlin. 6-point contest. Great defense by Kimberlin, sacrificing his body to get a min on the basketball, pushing it out of bounds. It will remain with the Dragons. Elkamil subs out. Rolfs comes back in, so Grant Rolfs, Curtis, Leverance, and Kafka. Grant, about 5 steps away from the midcourt line. Right wing, Kafka finds Curtis, who leaps into the air to grapple the board, or rather grapple the pass. Rolfs left wing, left short corner, Leverance, he looks low. Ball continues to be worked around the horn, and I think Coach Rolfs really wanting to stress ball movement in this contest, but also to break up this 2-1-2 zone. Looking for Curtis in the short corner. Kafka does find Curtis, near side short corner. Skip past Grant. He has the defense all out of focus. He dive bombs inside, but as he percolated towards the rim, the ball was jarred out of his hand. It will remain with the Purple Dragons. It will be a baseline inbound from Kafka. A stack set at the top of the key. Oh, wow, Curtis was wide open, right block, inbound by Kafka, and an easy finish for Chase Curtis, who's 3 of 3 from the field in this ball game. 6 points for Curtis. 8-point lead for the Dragons under 5:30 left in the first half. High ball screen set by Ellis. Hernandez tries to throw a pass through in between 2 different Dragons. Grant comes away with the steal, goes with an in-and-out right-handed, splits 2 defenders, goes up with his right hand, but the shot's blocked from behind by Manbeck. Ball is guarded by Kimberlin, finds a cutting, wide open Aylward, who finishes on the right side of the basket. 6 points for Aylward. 5 for Manbeck. Combined, they have 11, and the lead is trimmed down to 6. Kafka, Rolfs at the point from the crown of the arc. He finds Curtis. Left wing, Kafka, 3, who hit one last week, does not go. Good rebound by Manbeck. And a foul by Grant in the backcourt. That is the 18th foul by the Dragons. 2 on Grant and 2 on Butcher to the two point guards who earn the majority of the time for Coach Rolfs. Each have a pair. Elkamil will come back out onto the floor, and it's a 1-and-1 situation with Manbeck at the stripe. English to check back in as he's at the scorer's table. The Purple Dragons blanket in their purple away uniforms with white numerals and lettering. Very edgy script too. And I don't think the Elkamil substitution was legal. And the official is coming over talking with Coach Rolfs and pointing towards Coach Roark. So I'm not quite sure what the decision or the discussion is. And he's looking around. Coach Rolfs is looking towards Butcher and Grant on the bench. Yeah, I don't think Elkamil checked in, so I think Grant will have to sub in. And so this is quite puzzling at this point. And now the official and the PA announcer is going to say Elkamil has subbed in. And I don't think the official wanted the PA announcer to say that, though, because it's unsure if that was a legal substitution, because I think Grant just kind of came off the floor and Elkamil just took his place. It's getting all sorted out now. Regardless, 23-17 is the score. The Dragons up 6. Under 4:50 remaining in the first half of action. The Dragons, who put the pedal to the metal in the first quarter, have started to curtail off now. It has been a 7-2 advantage in scoring for the Blue Comets in this second quarter. Free throw goes for Aylward. He is shooting his 4th and 5th attempts from the line during this quick session. He is currently 3 of 4, can go 4 of 5 here. Takes his time, shakes his shoulders, sets at the waist, and then flicks up. It's good. Within 4, Rolfs puts the pedal to the metal, accelerates into the front court. Curtis trailing behind him. Ball screen to the left to Hernandez. Elkamil with some silky in and out moves. Curtis flashes from the right block to the left block. He has it, loses it. Kimberlin dives toward it. Ball is recovered by Aylward. Kimberlin skips it. He finds Manbeck, left wing extended. Ball screen set to the right of English so that Manbeck has a mismatch against Curtis. Manbeck using his speed, trying to evade 2 Purple Dragons. Baseline, Kafka tied up with Aylward. It is a jump ball possession, Arrow Dragons. 4:17 left in the first half. 23-19 is the score. Skip pass by Rolfs. He has Elkamil right wing, who thought about attacking. He goes right short corner before putting the brakes on, reversing. And after backpedaling, Rolfs will try to conduct the offense using his left hand and his index finger to point out where Kafka needs to go at the high post. Curtis left short corner as Kafka gets the ball. He pellets it over to the left wing. Rolfs looks for Curtis. Jump passes he has on the left elbow. English, easy scoop shot that goes in for 2. English, an efficient shooting performance thus far. 6 points, 4 rebounds. 25-19 the score. Left wing, Kimberlin dribbling with the right hand, floater right hand, too strong. Kafka tied up with Kimberlin, and it is a foul on said Corbett Kimberlin for the 4th team foul against Chanute. And correction, that is the 2nd on Kimberlin. 25-19 to score, 6-point lead for the Dragons, 3:30 left in the half. Manbeck comes out to challenge Rolfs in what has been a very quiet student section inside Chanute High School. Kimberlin comes away with this deal. He goes left to right, right to left. He finds Manbeck cutting. Kafka comes over with Elkamil, who is able to get a fingertip on the basketball. And then Manbeck tied up with Curtis, and Kafka jump ball. It will be Blue Comet basketball. It will be a near side baseline inbounds. Hernandez with his left and right shin braces will scan the floor. He has gray Nike shoes on with white swishes. Kimberlin gets it, in the front court, defended by Rolfs. Hernandez will curl from the left block to the top of the key. Hernandez defended by Gavin Elkermill. Ball is relocated left corner, pitching it from the left corner to the left elbow with a power dribble as Ellis. He goes up against English. English good defense with his hands straight up. Elkermill will come up with the rebound. Elkermill crosses over from left to right in between his legs, pulls up on the 2 and the 4 foot inside the key. Jump shot goes, and that was difficult with a man right in his face. Kimberlin and company trail by 8 now. Kimberlin has a little bit of light to work with as he attacks to the right block. Double clutches in the air, contorts his body, chucks it up with the right hand pseudo hook, and it goes. Rolfs and company trying to answer right back a double team in a 2-1-2 zone that has been very effective in this second quarter. Rolf, ball cocked above his head before he skips it. Right wing, Rolf scans. He finds Curtis wide open right block. Power dribble against Hernandez. Takes one up, fake, and scores as the ball clangs around the rim twice and drops through the bottom of the nylon. 8 points for Curtis, 8-point lead for the Dragons. 2:13 to go in the half. Kimberlin clears out the left side of the floor before the ball skipped over to Manbeck, who reverses as he had English on his heels. Far side wing will be Kimberlin. He scans. Ball screen set to the right hip of Rolfs. Kimberlin does not use it. His pull-up deuce, no good. Hernandez last to touch it. It goes out of bounds. Substitution. Peavy will come in for the Blue Comets. Aylward will sub out. Aylward, Manbeck, and Kimberlin have been the composed guiding hands that has led to only an 8-point deficit instead of what was at one point a 15-point deficit. Those three combined have 19 points. 19 of the team's 21. Under 1:45 left in the half. 29-21 the score. English on a lob pass is tripped up by Hernandez. No foul called. He loses it. Manbeck across the timeline, crosses over from right to left. Ball, excellent ball movement as Peavy's open in the left corner. He is unable to shoot it through. English with the rebound. 6 points, 5 boards. Slithers inside, floats it up right-handed. It still does not go. However, he is fouled in the process. It will be on Peavy, his first and the team's 4th. Inbound from the right side of the hoop. English gets it outside of the break. Pump fake. He goes, steps through the lane, and a great move as he used his lanky, wiry arms to gain some separation between he and the 2 Chanute defenders and then scooped it home. 8 points for English. Elkermill, good defense on Hernandez. The one-arm sling pass over to the far side wing. Left corner, Peavy. Spins away from Curtis, who's playing stifling defense. Straight away 3 is up by Crum. He cannot convert. Loose ball tracked down by Ellis. There's a one-hand baseball pass. Up fake by Manbeck with 50 ticks left. Goes up inside the key, and as he wiggled away from one defender, the right-hand hook does not fall. 10-point lead for the Dragons. Elkermill finds Rolfs on the right wing. English, left short corner, deuce, and the net just waves at him to say hello as that one was silky. 33-21 under 30 ticks remaining in the first half. Dragons lead it by 12. Peavy trying to break away from the blanketing Rolfs. Manbeck crosses over right to left. Mid-court he has Crum. Hernandez defended by Elkermill. 10 ticks left. The Dragons not allowing any breathing room. Bounce pass, Ellis. Great read by Hernandez. A chance still to score, though. English chucks it up. Mid-court, no. A great first quarter from the Purple Dragons on a rebounding effort following back-to-back losses. They lead by 10, 33-23, but the Blue Comet do not count them out. This is still a very gritty bunch who are trying to grind out a victory. The scrappy Blue Comets and the fire-breathing Purple Dragons. We'll have second half action here very shortly. We will step aside for 2 minutes, go over first half statistics, analysis ahead of the second half of action, and then we'll be greeted by Pittsburg High School girls basketball coach Chris Krotz following their double overtime victory today. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7, your sports headquarters.
It's that time of year, Christmas shopping. Stop by Jock's Knits to get your Christmas list checked off. All new Adidas and Nike arrive.
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, with locations in Pittsburg, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
Swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
Halftime festivities currently going on where the Chanute Blue Comets dancers are currently entertaining the crowd. However, it is a 10-point lead for the Pittsburg High School boys basketball team, 33-23 at the break. Avi Sharma, Shelby White back in our KSHQ studio. Cam Molina with you. And after the first half of play, the Dragons looked good from deep. They went 4 of 6 from downtown, shot about 70% from the field. And were able to out-rebound the Blue Comets as well. Let's go ahead and dive into the first half statistics. Chase Curtis for the Purple Dragons, 8 points, 9 for Drew Rolfs. Elkamil, 6 points, 10 points for Marquis English, including 5 rebounds. And as for the Blue Comets, Bryson Ellis, 4 points in the contest. Elward, 8 points, 2 rebounds. Manbeck, 5 points. And then it's Corbett Kimberlin with 6 points and 2 boards. This is a Chanute basketball team that is very short-handed. Injuries and illness has sidelined many of their big playmakers. Ty Bowman, their 6'5'4", the tallest player on the team, is not playing tonight. So the center for this team has been Bryson Ellis, and switching off with him has been Michael Aylward and Mason Manbeck. Those three are all under about 5'10". So it's difficult going up against a 6'5", 6'6" to Marquis English, and then a physical pounding presence in Chase Curtis. Those two combined have 18 of the team's 33 points, but Avi, you and I talked about it in pregame. The woes coming into this contest happen to be shot selection and the inability to knock down open three-pointers. Drew Rolfe seems to have found a pace in this contest from deep. He's 3 of 4 from behind the arc. Jarek Butcher has not attempted a shot. He has 2 fouls, but when he comes back in, I feel as if he'll be able to hit a few shots as well.
Yeah, so far the chemistry has been very excellent for this Purple Dragon team. The ball movement has been so good to lead open to those wide open shots, and when then Curtis and Marquis English down low get their opportunities in the paint because of the three-point barrage going on by Drew Rolfs and company, it's easy for the big men to get inside and make their easy baskets. This team's doing a very good job defensively as well, causing fits for this Comet team. And I tell you, Kimberlin is the only guy who's really willing to step inside against this Purple Dragons defense.
When we look at the Chanute basketball team, they've done a great job of moving the basketball. They've done so selflessly, I beg your pardon. Corbett Kimberlin has 6 points, but a handful of assists to add to his name, a couple of rebounds. He's been able to sprinkle in stats left and right, but he's also done a good job spacing the floor and finding open opportunities for his teammates. He's that traditional drive and kick point guard, and he gives his teammates the opportunity to score. We haven't seen very many threes from the Chanute team. They are 1 of 3 from downtown, but just the fact that the Dragons have to come out and defend, and then some of your post players in Curtis and English having to slide over and defend those faster guards, that's a difficult mismatch. So the Dragons need to be able to be wary of that heading into the second half of play. And for Chanute, keep attacking, be aggressive, rebound the basketball. The game was brought within 4 or 5 points, and Chanute was within striking distance before the Dragons went back on a run. So Pittsburg High School still needs to think of this as a very close contest. 10 points, it's a good enough cushion for right now, but not enough to sit back and think you have this game taken care of. But at break, 33-23 is the score, 4:45 remaining before the second half of action. We'll step aside for 2 minutes and bring you back some final thoughts ahead of the third quarter of play. You'll see the home of Purple Dragon Athletics on ESPN 100.7.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when I learned CDL does more than just electrical work. Like plumbing, heat and air, security cameras and alarms, generators, solar panels, even signs for my business. CDL really is one company that has a solution for about everything in my home and business. Learn more at cdlsolution.com.
Hi, I'm Kendall Gammon. You may know me as a Kansas City Chief, but I'm also a proud graduate of Pittsburg State University. Pittsburg State offers more than 200 degree programs, small class sizes, and tuition so affordable it earned Pittsburg State a top 10 ranking on Washington Monthly's Collegiate Best Bang for Your Buck list. But don't take my word for it. Visit Pittsburg State and see why there's nothing like being a gorilla. Learn more at pittstate.edu/BAGorilla.
If you want to improve your basketball skill set, you need to attend one of the Lane Lord basketball camps. Each camper receives individual attention and specific coaching adapted to age and skill level. There's something for everyone. A grade school camp for girls entering 3rd through 8th grade, a high school team camp available on 2 different weekends with both varsity and JV levels of competition, plus satellite camps throughout the summer. All campers receive instruction from head coach Lane Lord, head assistant Amanda David, along with former and current players. For more information, visit them online at LaneLordBballCamps.com. Coach Lord and Coach David have seen tremendous success over the past several years, and they begin their recruiting at these camps, with over 20 former campers being signed. Visit LaneLordBballCamps.com.
What does it take to have a truly positive reputation? At Vogel Heating and Cooling, we know reputation is earned by consistent performance, by serving our customers' best interest, by providing top-quality, energy-efficient ream equipment and service for Southeast Kansas homeowners. Vogel Heating and Cooling is a Ream Factory authorized dealer and has been serving the area for over 20 years. Turn to the experts. Turn to Vogel Heating and Cooling.
Let's go back live courtside.
2:20 left before the beginning of the third quarter of play. Avi Sharma, Shelby White back at our KSHQ studio. Cam Molina with you. Special shout out goes to Tyler Dara and Heath Adkins. Mike Snow as well for always being able to get us on air. And another special shout out goes out to Jerry Molina, always listening and tuning in to the Purple Dragons. Always a devoted fan. Thank you very much for doing so. Currently, 33-23 is the score, under 2 minutes remaining right now. Dragons up 10 points, but it was a gritty first half of action, Avi. The Dragons really had to battle for that lead. They led by almost 15 points. Actually, they did lead by 15 points before squandering that lead. The Chanute Blue Comets did a great job of battling back, hitting some open shots, running in transition. What do they need to duplicate from that run and bring over to the second half to succeed?
Well, Cameron, it all starts with PHS. They started great, 21 points in the first quarter, and then they only had 2 points for 5 minutes in that second quarter, and then all of a sudden they found a spark, and they gained the other 10 points to have 33 so far. This Blue Comet team has got the key, as crazy as it sounds, is make these guys shoot threes, because you don't want them inside. Inside is where they are hot and they are more confident in their shots. Right now, yes, Drew Rolfs has made 3 threes, but that's about it. You've seen from outside the perimeter. So if I'm the Blue Comets, I want to make sure the inside's protected and make them force those shots from the outside.
Pittsburg High School 2-2 on the season, losing their last 2 games. There was some discord between maybe what they wanted to teach and what was actually going on the court, but it seems that Kylie Rolf's group is back to normal. They're looking inside, scoring efficiently, and when the three ball's open, they're taking it. They're not hesitating.
Yeah, and, I think that was a rough week for PHS. It was just, having the 10 days before that, and then all of a sudden 3 games in 1 week is hectic. It'll wear you down. It'll tire you up. And so these guys only have 1 game, and then it's break time for them. They can, relax and regain themselves, and I think this is a great game to rejuvenate themselves from the struggles.
Dragons will get the ball to start the second half of play. Jarek Butcher at midcourt. The Dragons offense going from right to left on your radio dial. Blue Comets left to right. Butcher near the midcourt line will dribble with his right hand to the far side wing before darting a pass over to Rolfs. Rolfs looks high post, up fake by English. Strong up fake as he power dribbles inside and misses the shot. Rebound by Kimberlin. Tough shot for English in the opening seconds of the third quarter of action. Skip pass is a one-hopper actually off the hardwood to the right corner. Pull up 2 from the left elbow by Ellis does not fall. Elkamil goes in and out, brings the ball above his head. He's tripped up on the way to the basket, and it is a foul on the floor. And that will be called on Manbeck. First team foul committed by the Blue Comets in this second half. Curtis off the inbound pass from Butcher. Fights through the teeth of the defense and finishes with the right hand. He'll go to the line for a +1 opportunity. Curtis 5 of 5 from the field. And those who follow Pittsburg High School basketball know he is an efficient scorer from the field, but from the free throw line he has struggled. But that free throw is good. Parkview, he shot fairly well. He went 7 of 9 from the stripe as the ball is inbounded. Full court press by the Dragons. It's a zone press. Bounce pass to Hernandez, wrapping the pass around Rolfs. Hernandez shoots the ball over to the left wing before it's kicked back out. Kimberlin, hop step, good bounce pass feed, and meeting him at the peak is Curtis, who swats it away, but it was a foul as Ellis was hit on the wrist. So Bryson Ellis and his team trailing by 13, has a pair of free throws awaiting him. He has staggered feet right in front of left, wearing his sky blue shoes with white soles. First free throw good.
First shot's good.
Ellis awaits his second offering. Grapples the ball with his right hand. Takes 2 dribbles with the leather in his mitt. Cannot convert. Goes 1 of 2 from the stripe. He now has 5 points in the contest. Butcher gallops on the break. Slows down the transition offense. Curtis will set a high ball screen. Now we'll set another ball screen to the right of Elkamil. Elkamil lowers his shoulder, tries to wrap around with the left hand and finish. Curtis offensive board. He misses the shot. English with the long arm tries to come up with the offensive board. He does. Wrestles the ball away from Manbeck and finishes. English 6 of 8 from the field, 6 rebounds. Press shattered by the Dragons. Good move on the right short corner by Aylward to maneuver inside for the finish. Aylward with 10 the ball game. Butcher left wing. He lobs a pass over to the right wing. English at the peak of the arc. Takes a hop step again, kicks it out. Left corner 3, short. English tries to come up with the offensive rebound. Rolfs tracks down his own shot. Kimberlin hits the deck. Rolfs somehow is able to thread the ball in between the hands of Kimberlin. Bad pass by Butcher. It's stolen away by Ellis, who snakes a pass over to a cutting Manbeck, and then Manbeck will reset the offense. He finds Hernandez slashing from the left wing before kicking it out left corner. Aylward nails the trifecta. A response, good. Elkamil hits it, that's a 2. And the press shredded again by the Chanute Blue Comets. And in transition, answering back is Aylward with the right hand floating jump shot. 40-31 the score. The Dragons up 9, 5:30 left in the third. Rolfs waiting a ball screen set by Curtis before dishing it out left wing. Elkamil wraps around with the right hand floater, and I'm saying wrap around a lot because that's the case as Elkamil avoided 2 defenders. English is able to clean up the missed shot, and the trash man is now shooting 7 of 9 from the field, 6 rebounds, 3 of them being offensive. Hernandez, right wing, defended by Elkamil, dribbles behind the back at a sharp angle. The ball careens back up to his left hand with a spinning pass is Aylward before it's broken up by English. English in transition, trying to gain some separation with his left hand, goes with a George Gervin scoop right hand layup that falls through. And English pouring it on, using his superior length and height to score. He has 16 points, 6 rebounds. 13-point lead for the Dragons. And a beautiful follow-away shot from Kimberlin with 2 men in his face. Already, Elkamil, left wing inside the horseshoe. As he's inside the break, the ball's being worked around the cylinder in a cyclic fashion. Pass fake by Rolfs, right side, left elbow extended is Curtis. Pass fake by Rolfs to the right wing to Butcher. English outside the arc, his three silky smooth, and English has done a superb job of scoring. He has been the go-to hot hand for this team. 19 points for Elkamil on a timeout used on the floor. 47-33 the score. The Dragons leading it by 14. The Dragons using a timeout. We will be back in 30 seconds with your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
Midway through the third quarter of action, the score 47-33. The Dragons have been able to put up 14 third quarter points, but the Chanute Blue Comets not wanting to fall too far behind as they have scored 10 of their own. 15 points from Michael Aylward in the ball game. He's 4 of 5 from the stripe, 1 of 2 from deep, and 4 of 4 from inside the horseshoe. Kimberlin with the sphere in his hand, dribbles from left to right. The rock in his right mitt. Scans, ball screen set to the left of Rolfs. Kimberlin tries to use it. Great pick and roll action as he finds Ellis. Ellis tries to pivot in and out of traffic, but instead the ball's worked around. Straightaway three does not fall from Aylward as he's now 1 of 3 from downtown, and English nearing a double-double, 19 points, 7 boards. Transition laying good for the Purple Dragons.
English again.
So English scores again. He has 21. Kimberlin breaks the horseshoe. He goes inside and has Butcher on his right hip before tossing it up with his right hand and scoring. Fast-paced action, neither team giving an inch. Elkamil goes behind the back, left to right. He's inside the lane, kicks it out. Rolfs, far side wing three, no. Leverage with the offensive board, and a good job by the second unit player to find the offensive rebound, but then a three by English does not fall. In transition, Hernandez scoops a pass over to the wide open Aylward before working it back to Kimberlin, and Kimberlin's three is too strong. After smearing off the heel of the iron, it's English in transition going up right-handed, and he is fouled on his way to the basket. Foul against Ellis. The team's third with under 3 to go in the third quarter. It's 49-35, a 14-point lead for Pittsburg High School. That is 2 on Ellis. Butcher hanging out behind the arc, raising his right hand and making a peace sign, really delivering the fact that that was 2 fouls on Ellis. Butcher will sub out. Elkamil and Curtis come back in. English knocks down his first free throw, takes his time with his second offering. Sets at his forehead and finishes. 51-35 the score, a 16-point lead for the Dragons. Kimberlin dribbles right-handed, and he has Rolfs on his left shoulder, and he feeds it. Manbeck in the post turns around, and excuse me, that was Aylward who turned around and scored, and that was a difficult shot for a 5'10 center. Left corner, Leverance. English begging for the basketball outside of the horseshoe toward the far side of the court. Leverance, left elbow, skip pass by English towards the near side wing in front of Coach Rolfs. Curtis back to the basket. Up fake by Rolfs. Right back to Curtis. He's scanning. Double team. English outside the horseshoe. Attacks. Inside the circle. He finds Leverance. Leverance has the ball ripped out from behind by Kimberlin. But Kimberlin is called for the foul, and he is disgusted with the decision. And Coach Roark telling him, just use your head and settle down. Third foul on Kimberlin, though, and he has been a driving force for this club. English has it. Just outside of the top of the key. Finds Leverins, who went back to the basket, tried to strong arm his way inside but cannot convert. Leverins, his first shot of the night, does not go. Left corner three, Kimberlin, no. Rebound by Curtis. Both teams not wasting much time getting a shot up. Elkamil dribbles right-handed, goes up, double clutches, follow-away shot is good, but Elkamil did a good job maintaining his body, composure, and finishing. Left corner, jab step by Kimberlin with his right foot inside the key, follow-away two, trying to respond to Elkamil's shot. That one off kilter, rebounded by English, his 8th board of the night. English crossing over in between his legs from right to left. Rolfs wide open left corner. Cha-ching! So Drew Rolfs 4-5 from downtown, and the hand, or rather the lead, is getting a bit out of hand. The deficit growing for the Blue Comets. 55-37 is the score. An 18-point lead for the Dragons. A minute 15 left in the third. Elkamil defending Hernandez. Leverins, hand in the passing lane as Peavy's now on the floor for Coach Ruar. Speaking of which, Peavy, left corner three, a lot of rotation on the ball, but it was flat. Elkamil following the rebound, shrugs off one defender and then finishes. If it had been NBA rules, he would have been granted an and one. Instead, he will settle with a foul on the floor. 15th foul committed by the Chanute Blue Comets, and it will be Ellis who subs in. Coming out, Aylward. Second on Peavy. Inbound near side baseline. Rolf slings it in. Elkamil open, and he swishes the trifecta, and the net is flipped over the rim. That is the 4th time that has happened tonight between the girls and boys games, so you know there are some pure shooters on the floor when that happens. 22-point lead for the Dragons, largest of the night. The club shooting 7 of 10 from behind the arc. Shovel pass back into the midst of Peavy. Working away from the sphere is Manbeck as he goes to the right corner. Hernandez loses it. English had the ball jarred loose. Elkamil goes up right-handed. Good finish. Elkamil and company just pouring it on right now. 27 ticks left in the third. 61-37 the score. Kimberlin with the rock, trying to shake off Rolfs, and Rolfs fouls. Second team foul on the Dragons. First on Rolfs in the ballgame. The Dragons have scored well in this third quarter, putting up 28 points compared to the 14 of Chanute. Rolfs will sub out. Grant will come in, the freshman hand right in the face of Kimberlin, and you have to appreciate the tenacity and injury that Grant brings on a night-to-night basis. Elkamil defending Hernandez. Hernandez with the rock in his right hand. Scans, 5 seconds on the clock, skips it over, wide open jab step, and Manbeck's shot is blocked by Curtis, and that will bring it into the third quarter of play. All purple Dragons 61-37. The Dragons outscore the Blue Comets 28-14 in the third, and a lot of three-pointers falling as Drew Rolfs as well as Gavin Elkamil, a marquee English sprinkle on 3 3-pointers in the third frame of action. We'll be right back with your home of Purple Dragon Athletics, ESPN 100.7, the beginning of the fourth quarter of play.
No one wants to file for bankruptcy, but a wage garnishment can make it hard to pay the rent, pay the pharmacy, or even feed the family. Bankruptcy can be a viable option to help families cope with unfortunate and unforeseen financial hardship. Call Steve Stockert at Wilbert & Towner, 620-231-5620 for a consultation to find out if bankruptcy is the right choice for you and your family. Call today. Wilbert & Towner, a full-service law firm, 620-231-5620. We are a debt relief agency, helping people find the relief they need in bankruptcy.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
We begin the fourth quarter of play where the Purple Dragons lead at 61-37. I can't tell you the differential. I'm a communication major, as is Avi Sharma and Shelby Whitepack in our KSHQ studio. Quick maths, as Heath would say, in this particular situation would reveal that it is a 24-point lead for PHS, outscoring the Blue Comets 28-14 in the third period of play. It was just a 10-point game at break, but the Purple Dragons hit 3 3-pointers in the third. Hernandez in the backcourt, and the Chanute offense going from left to right on your dial. The white-cladded Manbeck does a beautiful job pirouetting past English, getting him on his rear end and finishing. Wow. Manbeck with a pretty shot. He has 7. Elkamil, right-hand sling pass, left corner. Grant works it back to English, high post lever ends, and an easy steal by Kimberlin. He just said thank you as he reached the right claw up and stole it away. Manbeck inside the key, kick out. Hernandez up fake by Peavy. Manbeck up fake again. What great basketball instincts. Up fake, head fake. On the step back, airballs the 3 though. Rushed it just a tad. English defended by Manbeck, sees the screen by Leverage, shakes it off. Curtis absolutely rumbled down the middle of the key and finishes with the off left hand. He has 13 points, 2 rebounds. 63-38 is the score. 39, I beg your pardon. Dragons still lead it. Hernandez awaits the ball, screen set by Ellis, kicked into the left corner. Peavy's 3, that one drains as it bounces off the right side of the orange and goes. 3 3-pointers tonight, converted by the Blue Comets. Baseline goes Elkamil, and his foot was on the baseline. He knew it too, and he's smiling all the way back to the opposite end of the floor. The Dragons looking for a statement win tonight and wanting to be demonstrative with said win. Following a 2-game losing streak, 1 to Parkview out of Springfield, Missouri, a 4-point loss, and a 3-point loss to Parsons in shocking fashion. And I'll tell you, Avi, we heard at the beginning of the year that the SEK was going to be fun on both the boys and girls side. I don't think you and I could have imagined how much fun it is after previewing some of the teams thus far.
It's just getting started. That's the crazy part about it, Cameron.
PV loses it. He was trying to go with the circus right-hand pass. Grant comes away with the steal. He puts the brakes on, almost going with the sham god. He dribbled with his right hand and picks it up with his left hand. Nearly went baseline at Hernandez, who was almost deked out. Right corner, English jab steps right. Up big. Gets Kimberlin into the air. Goes up right-handed and an inside finish by English. 10 of 12 from the field for Marquis English. 25 points, 8 rebounds. Hernandez stops, thought about popping. Instead, he has Manbeck left corner. PV separates himself from Manbeck. Manbeck thought about uncorking a trifecta, but instead hands it off. PV cuts through the lane. Hernandez has Elkamil on his right hip. Spin move, up and under. And Manbeck has a whole flurry of moves, and he's guarded by the tallest player on the floor. Manbeck tries to find a cutting Aylward, but instead it's stolen. Grant steals it, goes up with the right hand for his first points of the night. 4 points against Parkview, 7 against Parsons, and he's really notched out a space for himself in Coach Rolfe's rotation. Great bounce pass by Kimberlin, finding Aylward on the left block, and a good finish. Aylward with 19, 1 away from 20. 67-44 the score. Elkamil loses it, and he has to work the ball in between his legs. Rolfe's left wing 3. That was a picturesque shot, however, he missed. Elkamil offensive rebound and forks it through. And Elkamil for a 2-guard has really good size as well. He has 17 points, 8 rebounds. The 6'3 guard, again, able to grapple 8 boards tonight. A runner by Manbeck, inside goes. Manbeck really impressive in this ball game. Defended by the 6'6", agile, nimble English, and he's still able to put up 9 points. Rolfes looks low. English has it. Double teamed immediately. Looking for a better option. Right back to Rolfes. Good read by English as the ball's worked around the perimeter. Elkamil 3. Drains it. Elkamil tries to trice from deep. 8 of 11 as a club. 72-46 is the score. And the Dragons nearing their season high in scoring. They dropped 76 against Lewisburg. Left block, good finish in the post by Kimberlin. Kimberlin shooting efficiently tonight as well. He has 7 attempts and has knocked down 6 of the shots. Straight away, Grant decides not to shoot a 3. Instead, gives it back to the hot hand in Elkamil. He misses his first 3 of the night. Offensive rebound by Elkamil, though. After tracking down his own shot, he has 20 points, 9 rebounds. Elkamil tosses it away. Blue Comet basketball. Leverin subs in. 72-48 is the score. Dragons lead it. 3:40 left in the ball game, and the Dragons looking to go above 500 on the season and have a 3-2 record. Coach Roark's group hanging out with a 1-4 mark. plenty of season to go, and they've played some tough competition, including Heston. Crockett defended well by Butcher, and the large body in Butcher forcing Crockett back out. A very physical defender. Grant defending Crockett. Goes up. Right-hand shot. No. Good offensive rebound, however, by the battling Aylward, but the second shot does not go. Curtis finds Leverins, and Leverins mishandles the basketball. He goes out of bounds. And Curtis had the quarterback instincts to go with a beautiful spiral throw to Leverins. He was not expecting it and put his hands out. The bread basket was empty, about to be full, and just mishandled it. Curtis and English will both sub out. The forwards getting a break. Smaller lineup on the floor with Kafka at the 5, Leverins at the 4. Good find as Kimberlin works the left block to the left short corner. 3, straight away, good. Aylward drills it. Good pass from Kimberlin from the left block / left short corner to Aylward for 3. Kafka no look to Leverins. Left corner, pass fake by Grant. He'll shoot a 3 of his own. He responds back, and the freshman responds it with spades. 75-51 is the score. The Dragons up 24. 2:30 left in the ball game. Kimberlin working off the high ball screen set by Hernandez. Kimberlin right back to Hernandez, dribbling with his right hand. He picks up his dribble left double. A hard pass over to the right corner where the hovering Aylward was at, and then Kimberlin is fouled at the point by Grant. 2-2-2 on the scoreboard. So 2:22 left in the ball game, and we will see some new faces tonight as Peyton Cantrell will come in, as will Brett Wiemers. The junior subs in for Jarek Butcher and Javon Grant. Peyton Cantrell, just a freshman. Hernandez, a near side out, and the official bounced it to him. He was not ready, but is able to quickly recover. Bounce pass Kimberlin, long 3 on the shot. Rebound on the weak side by Aylward, and he's fouled on his way up. Aylward, 22 points, 4 rebounds, leading the Chanute squad. Well, this will be it, Avi, for the Pittsburg High School Purple Dragons. Ahead of break, they will get quite a bit of time to recover and find some presents underneath the tree from Santa. They will not play Wednesday, but the girls will against Joplin High School as the first free throw is good by Aylward.
Yeah, these boys won't have another game until January 5th where they play at home against Fort Scott.
And that will be a league contest and a decisive one at that. Purple Dragons currently 500 in league play, a 1-1. Cantrell tries to field the low post. Fine from Kafka, but a diving attempt by Ellis attempting to save it. Really illustrating the grit, hard work, and tenacity of this Comets team. Kimberlin subs out. 2 minutes left in the ball game. 75-53 is the score. Dragons up 22. PV in the contest once again. Crum also on the floor. Left corner, Kafka drills it. Got all 3 of those. Peavy past the prime meridian, dribbling with his right hand, getting a defender on his heels as Manbeck before going to the right wing. Crum forced to pass inside. It was jolted out of bounds by the recently subbed in Purple Dragon and Dalton Gromer. New sub on the floor for the Blue Comets as Anthony Williams will check in with some very interesting hair. He looks like Jared Leto, who played Joker in the most recent DC movie, Suicide Squad. Speaking of which, an air ball shot by Manbeck. That one goes out of bounds. It will be Purple Dragon basketball with $1:35 left in the game. 78-53 is the score. Beautiful zip pass from half court as Wiemers will find the open Kafka. Leverins patrolling the baseline. Ball poked away. Gromers thought he had Leverins, and I think after the ball was swatted up, Gromers tried to save it. Actually, it was Leverins, I beg your pardon. Leverins attempted to save it. He touched it. It will be Blue Comet basketball. Already past the timeline. His Manbeck, and a jab step move by Crum as he gains a little bit of room. And as the airspace opened up, he attacked, went to the right block, and was fouled on his way to the rim. And actually, it was on the floor, not on the way up. Foul by Leverins. And now it will be said that it was in the process of shooting. So free throw line shots for Crum. Keeps his right elbow in, and the free throw is good. With the buck 21 left in the contest, it is a 78-54 lead for the Dragons. And the Dragons will coast to their third victory on the season. And it's not as if the Blue Comets played bad tonight, Avi, not by any stretch of the imagination. It's just the Dragons started hitting their shots. They went 10 of 14 from three, and then just the lack of size down low provided easy baskets for English, Alchemil, and Curtis. English and Curtis combined for 38 points as the ball is swatted out of bounds by sliding Manbeck. Purple Dragons rock still. Both free throws were good by Crum, by the way. Left corner, Leverance tries to find Cantrell, and he has a lot of bounce. We've seen him in JV, Avi dunking, but was unable to reel that one in. Under a minute remaining in the contest, 78-55 is the score. Manbeck finds his wide open target in Williams, who cannot convert from deep. Gromer handles the sphere before finding Leverance, far side short corner. Skip past Kafka. He will curl inside to the high post. Leverance was open from deep and said he'll pass it off. Weimers cannot make it. Leverance trying to give his team another opportunity, but the rebound is by Manbeck. Manbeck under 30 to go. 78-55 is the score. Right wing jab step by Crum. High post. Peavy jabs him with the right foot twice. Grummer gets him on his heels, and on the way to the rack is Peavy, and he's fouled. That Fort Scott game is going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of talent on both teams. It should be an exciting matchup. Unfortunately, we have to wait till next year to see that one, Cameron.
Yeah, that's true. That's almost mind-boggling. That 2018 is right around the bend. Manbeck loses the sphere. Coming up with it is Weimers. He has 5 seconds. Weimers goes up against Williams. Offhand finish does not go. Gromers cannot finish on the backside. It goes out of bounds with half a second left. 78-55 is the score. The Dragons will probably inbound, hold, and that will be it. Kafka throws it into the backcourt. Gromers has it, and that is all she wrote. The Pittsburg High Purple Dragons boys basketball team wins handedly, 78-55. They are now 3-2 on the season heading into break, and I'm sure Coach Rolls is happy with the execution in this ball game. And a stat that was revealed earlier in the broadcast, this team was 8 of 29 from deep their last 2 games, 10 of 14 from three-point range in this contest, with a silky smooth three-point shooters on this team in Rolfs and Alchemil, as well as English, Kafka, and Grant. All are able to knock down trifectas, and it's a Purple Dragon victory with Christmas and New Year's awaiting them. We will step aside for 2 minutes, go over final statistics, and welcome on to ESPN 100.7 head coach Kylie Rolfs of the boys basketball team. So don't go anywhere. Back in 2 minutes with your sports headquarters, ESPN 100.7.
Hi, I'm Kendall Gammon. You may know me as a Kansas City Chief, but I'm...
It's a feeling you get the moment you step on campus.
It's the knowledge that you've become part of something more.
We're a family of Crimson and Gold.
Every day we challenge ourselves to achieve more.
The reason why we're here is to make a difference.
Everybody wants to stand out.
Without standing apart.
You belong
at Pittsburg State University.
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, with locations in Pittsburg, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
A final welcome back to Chanute, Kansas, alongside Avi Sharma with Shelby White back at our KSHQ studio. I'm Cam Molina. A 78-55 victory for the Pittsburg High School boys basketball team. And it was a demonstrative win, one that they really needed following back-to-back losses, one to Parkview and then another one to the Parsons Vikings. But a great rebound victory. Let's go ahead and go over the game stats, beginning with Chase Curtis and the Pittsburg High Purple Dragons. 13 points for Curtis, including a couple of boards. Javon Grant, 3 points. 5 points off the bench for Brett Weimers. Or correction, 3 points for Alex Kafka. Javon Grant with 5 points. 12 points for Drew Rolfs as he went 4 of 5 shooting from downtown. 20 points, 9 rebounds for Gavin Elkamil. 25 points for Marquis English, including 8 rebounds. And as for this Chanute Blue Comet team, 5 points for Ellis, 24 points for Aylward, including 4 rebounds. Mason Manbeck, despite his disadvantage, if you will, and the lack of size against Marquis English, he played phenomenally. Really a brilliant performance on his part. 3 points for Briley Peavy, 2 points for Alex Crum, 12 points for Corbin Kimberlin. And Avi, when these two teams face again next year, I guess, in 2018, and if their roster is healthy, I think this game could be completely different than it was today.
Yeah, it just seems that it was a David versus Goliath matchup there, Cameron. Unfortunately, this Blue Comet team, who has talent, it's just that they did not have the size, and that's what hurt them tonight in this matchup. And then once the Purple Dragons, which, you know, I saw it last year, when they get hot, they stay hot, and that's what Coach Rolfs wanted to do as this team ended this year on a bang, a good note, something very happy to be about for this team as the woes were starting to happen, and then all of a sudden they regrouped, they found themselves tonight, and I would say every single member who stepped on the court contributed tonight as they all played very well and a very important role to help them get this victory.
And I'm glad you brought up contributors because we saw Isaac Leverins come to this contest. He played some of that 4 and 5 spot. He's done that throughout the season. He's really, you can put him anywhere, a jack of all trades. He can play the 1 through 5 if necessary. And then Javon Grant, then Alex Kafka, and then when Trenton Austin comes back to play, probably in 2018, you look at this team having a full-fledged bench that can maybe go 9 to 10 deep, and for most teams that just seems like an imaginary thought. It just seems like something that would never happen, but for this Purple Dragon team, it's realistic.
Yeah, and it's a good thing to have. You know, it's kind of rare to have another whole backups where you can have another 5 just come right in and play good basketball for you, and that's what Coach Rolfs has in this group. But nevertheless, they played very well tonight. Got to tip your hats off to both the boys and the girls getting victories tonight. Just a very impressive overall night coming in here into a pretty, I wouldn't say a hostile, but a pretty crowded company here in Chanute.
And that is true. And coming over now from the locker room and breathing heavily because he had to climb all these stairs is Pittsburg High School boys basketball coach Kylie Rolfs. We are getting him situated. And, Coach, we really appreciate you joining us. Sorry about the trek up here. But, Coach, 2-game losing skid, obviously not too pleased, but a rebound victory tonight. Give me your opinions on the contest.
Well, it was that. Sorry, let me get that. There we go. It was a rebound victory, and that is, that is a good thing, obviously, especially when you're headed into a break and you're not going to play for a while. Breaks can be a lot longer when you go into them with a loss. So coming back and getting this one and trying to get a new thing started was a good thing.
Coach, you have a lot of upperclassmen players on your team, so confidence may not be an issue, but you and I discussed shooting during one of our pre-games. The shots weren't dropping through. Tonight they did. You shot 10 to 14 from behind the arc, and you just talk about how that shooter's touch came back around.
Well, I knew it would. I mean, I wasn't, like I said, I've told you from the get-go, I wasn't overly concerned about it because I've seen our guys shoot. I know we got good shooters on our team. As a matter, one thing that helped us a lot tonight is I thought we moved the ball a lot better, and we shot shots in rhythm. And when you do that, you have a lot better chance of shots going in, especially when shooters are taking them. And that was a big part of what happened tonight.
Coach, your team outscored Chanute 28 to 14 in the third quarter of play. What adjustments did you guys make at halftime?
Oh, I don't know that we did any, to be honest with you. The guys did a lot of talking amongst themselves in terms of what happened at halftime, and we came out and we got some layups there early that just got things flowing for us offensively, and then we took them a little bit out of their rhythm offensively, and so I thought they had to force a few things that really enabled us to kind of get that spread.
Coach, last question. Christmas breaks here.
Yeah.
What's the practice plan like for your boys in that downtime?
Right. Well, we'll go. I mean, the state makes us take off for about 5 days coming up here in a few days, so we'll max out the next couple days and make sure we keep getting our legs good and strong as they head into break. And then we come back on the 28th. 28th is the first day we can come back, and we start getting ready for the run, for the long haul.
Well, Coach, we really appreciate the time. Thank you so much for being a part of this 2017 portion of the season.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see you in 2018, all right?
Thanks, guys. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone. Appreciate it.
You too, sir. Take care. Drive safe. And once again, that was the Pittsburg High School boys basketball coach, Kylie Rolfs, as we will have one more game prior to the end of the 2017 calendar year. The Pittsburg High girls basketball team will be at Pittsburg High School tomorrow, taking on a tough Joplin team. Obviously, we saw a victory out of them today. Obviously, morale has to be really high, and it will be an exciting matchup tomorrow.
Yeah, well, the morale's got to be higher than what it was because it was a double overtime victory for this girls' team tonight. They did very well, and Cameron, got to congratulate Coach Krotz and company on getting that first one of the season. But, you don't want to move on and you want to get this one behind you and move on to the very next game. Like you said, this is going to be a tough Joplin team tomorrow, and then the girls finally get a break, and then they'll head into the 2018 season. But they want to do exactly what the boys did, end on a bang, get a good note going. Get those 5 days off like Coach Rolfs mentioned, and then they'll hit the court again, get their legs fresh. And then 2018, it's not going to be an easy one because right off the bat, Fort Scott, and you and I said it before, this SEK conference is one of the toughest conferences in the state of Kansas. It's just amazing how much talent is all over the board when it comes to not only the girls' side but the men's side as well.
Once again, another special shout-out. I mentioned it before, but Jerry and Frank Molina, my grandparents in Wichita, Kansas, always a great support system for me. Really my inspiration. Those two know all about hardship, raising 6 kids in the poverty level, and have done nothing but bless my life. So thank you, both of you guys, for tuning in tonight, as you guys always do. And thank you, everybody back at home, for making sure that I know that at least somebody's listening. For everybody in Pittsburgh, make sure to give your grandparents a pat on the back. Make sure to enjoy time with your relatives. You never know how long it's going to last. And with that special shout-out, Shelby White back at our KSHQ studio. From Avi Sharma, I'm Cam Molina. Have fun, be safe. Everybody, have a good night.